Pirate Radio Studios in the heart of the Pirate Nation, here is your host, Clip Brock.
Hello, everyone. Welcome in to Pirate Radio Live on a Thursday. Clip Brock here with you on Pirate Radio 92.7 FM in Greenville, 104.1 in Washington. We are on 1250, 930, live online, pr927fm.com. You can watch us on Facebook Live and YouTube Live. Subscribe to Pirate Radio TV on YouTube, and you can watch our live local programs like this show, The Brian Bailey Show, also all the post-game press conferences and videos we upload to YouTube. So subscribe to Pirate Radio TV. Coming up on today's show, we'll get you ready for some Pirate Hoops coming up at 5 o'clock. ECU taking on North Florida, trying to get to 5-0 on the year. We'll break that down with the big man on campus, Jeff Nadu from Barstool Sports. He'll join us coming up around 3:30. At 4 o'clock, Stephen Igoe will join me before he makes his way to Benji's Coliseum. We'll talk all things Pirate hoops and a little ECU football as well. At 4:40, Greeny will join us. Mark Greenhalgh from the Golf Shop radio show.
Good get.
Did you know the Women's U.S. Open has begun? It is going on this weekend. Also, there is a golf tournament which Harold Varner III is involved in this weekend, which is a pairing, a duo, a twosome. So we'll find out all the details on that, talk some golf.
That sounds fun.
Later on, thank you. In hour number 2, also open up the treasure chest coming up in hour 2 and hour 3. Troy D will be here in the 5 o'clock hour, and we'll open up the treasure chest a couple of times and make you a winner today. Joining me to kick off today's program is Tyler Feldman, WITN Sports. Hello, Tyler.
Hey, Clip, I'd like to wish myself a happy first night of Hanukkah.
Oh, happy Hanukkah.
Well, I just figure in this area, for the few Jewish listeners out there, happy first night to you guys as well. It's not a predominantly Jewish area, so I just wanted to wish myself a happy first night.
So what does that entail? I've heard 8 Crazy Nights.
Yeah, 8 Crazy Nights, Adam Sandler's movie. It isn't really that crazy. It's an important Jewish holiday, but it's the least important of the important Jewish holidays.
Ooh, let's rank them.
It falls around Christmas, and that heightens the story of Hanukkah, where the Jews escaped Egypt. They had oil. It was only supposed to last one night. It lasted 8
crazy
probably
nights.
Not that crazy nights, but that's the shorthand version of the story of Hanukkah.
Okay, I'm being educated today. So you light the menorah?
You light the menorah. There are actually 9 candles. There is one main candle that you light first, and then with that main candle, you light the 8 candles.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
As a child, did you get a gift every night of Hanukkah? How does that work?
As a young child, that typically was the case. As I got older, it became maybe one nice gift and a couple other gifts here or there. But yes.
Are you sad you're not spending Hanukkah with your family?
I haven't really spent Hanukkah with the family in a number of years now. I typically go home for Thanksgiving and then New Year's. But from a distance, Nance and Mitchell. We'll FaceTime tonight. We'll get a little FaceTime.
And Kyler, your brother Kyler.
We'll see if Kyler wants to join. He's been banned from the last few.
I haven't heard from him in a while.
Yeah, we haven't heard from him in quite some time. I wonder how he's doing.
Hopefully
he doesn't have COVID.
I hope so, because that is an issue, and that issue has crept into sports. And you just said before we went on, you're a little concerned about high school athletics. In conjunction with that, I saw a tweet by Rob Maloney, D.H. Conley, AD and basketball coach, and this was at 2:36 this afternoon, Tyler. He said it's time for the NCHSAA, what is that, board of directors, I would assume?
The BOD. It's the board of directors and the bodies of the board of directors.
To revisit the start of the basketball season. Tyrell County has shut down basketball for the year. Bladen has paused. Volleyball is all over the place with quarantines and reschedules. The kids deserve better. For some, this is their last chance. So I don't know what the better options are, Tyler, but you were just saying a moment ago that, and you were using Conley as an example, their volleyball team, right?
Yes. So Rob Maloney, obviously the AD at Conley, and I've talked to him a little bit in the last couple of weeks. We actually featured one of the seniors on that Conley volleyball team as our WITN Pepsi Sports Spotlight. I couldn't interview her in person because of a positive test, and everyone else had to quarantine, so we had to do a Zoom interview, and he's right. But what I've realized is that during this pandemic, it's hard to find really strong leadership to make decisions that not everyone will like, but decisions that are in the best interest of the student athletes first, and then maybe the parents second, because a lot of times with high school athletics, the parents creep into the conversation. And when that happens, it's harder to make decisions in a timely fashion. And Rob is more into this than we are. He's an athletic director, and he is seeing the struggles already with regard to volleyball and now with basketball. So for me, I just want these seniors especially to get that last chance to play their high school sport. And unfortunately, right now, my optimism is dropping.
So basketball practice, has that started yet?
Yeah, that was on the first day that you could do tryouts.
Gotcha.
And since that point, though, I mean, you look at that tweet that you just read from Rob, I think there's a lot of questions that still need answers and definitive action onto how to approach a season. Because we got to this point where there was 8-man football by private schools played in the fall. It worked, at least on the surface. Under the surface, maybe there were some cases that went unreported, but it did go through an entire season. Now with basketball, though, volleyball, it's indoors, it's inside, so it becomes a little bit trickier in that regard.
Wasn't there an announcement recently, too, that all athletes must wear a mask during competition?
So I went to a volleyball match in Ayden at Ayden Grifton High School 2 weeks ago. Every single person on the court, on the bench, in the stands, the few parents that were allowed in, everyone except for, I think, one local writer covering the game who was then told to put his mask on, had a mask on. So for volleyball, it gets a little bit tricky because they're running around the court. Basketball, I think it gets even trickier because it's a little bit higher action and movement on the court. So
not as many stoppages.
No. So I don't think there's a right answer. I don't know if there's a best answer, but there needs to be answers put into action if there wants to be any season played.
All right, well, the ECU basketball season has been played to a certain degree, Tyler, although we've played against teams that originally ECU was not scheduled to play. Today, scheduled to take on North Florida, 5 o'clock, Minges Coliseum. ECU looking to get to 5-0 on the year, off to a good start this season.
If they win tonight, they'll be 5-0 for just the 5th time in program history, for just the 3rd time as a Division I program, which is nuts, because I was at that game earlier this week against UNCW. That was one of the wilder, crazier games I've seen in person, just from all the runs, the lead changes. ECU was up 14 at the half. UNCW went on a 30-6 run to open the second half, and I said, well, we've seen this before.
I'd like to see the win probability graph of that game, because up 14, down 10, win by 10. Nuts.
Crazy. Jaden Gardner went off in overtime, scoring 8 of his 16. Obviously, the Seahawks had a good plan defensively early on, and Jalen Sims for the Hawks, super talented player. But when you have a team shooting more than 58% from three-point range, which the Pirates did against the Seahawks, you're going to win ball games. You shoot that well from long distance, you're going to win.
J.J. Miles was awesome, but Toma Baruti had a fantastic game, Tyler. And
17 for
such
Baruti.
A versatile player to play the 5 and also step out, hit the 3.
And he's slightly awkward with his movements on the court, but he just gets it to fall. And I feel like he has a very calm demeanor on the court, where a lot of players are maybe a little bit more hyperactive. But Toma Baruti is a calm presence on the court, which I think helps the Pirates on both sides of the ball,
What's
offensively
your
and defensively.
Early take on the freshman, Noah Farrakhan?
I think he's a huge spark plug. And Joe Dooley has talked about he's getting there and he's learning to trust Noah as a freshman, and they're getting on the same page. And I think he really brought a huge spark in that UNCW game, even the game prior where he had 11 points. I think he's just so quick on the court, is fearless. Still has that I can make any shot. I don't care where it is on the court, and I think that confidence can go a long way, especially when you're a point guard.
North Florida has a cool nickname,
the Ospreys.
Yeah, I like that. I'm a fan.
They have a cool logo. You wouldn't think it kind of looks like an eagle, but it's an osprey.
What is an osprey?
That's a great question.
I've seen the logo. I don't know if I've ever seen one.
Maybe Greeny has the answer later on in the show.
He might. We'll ask him.
Or you could get like a Bear Grylls type.
Oh, wow. It kind of looks like a hawk. That is a cool looking bird. Also called a seahawk, riverhawk, and a fish hawk. A fish-eating bird.
I'm seeing they typically weigh about 3 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's crazy.
That's a good-looking bird.
Cool.
Shirley Chandler, Bryce Williams, and myself were fired up yesterday right here in the studio watching the women win a game against VCU where they had to come back and win.
I think the women's basketball team, they had some tough games against a few Power 5 opponents.
Duke and Georgia.
Yeah. So, but I think they're going to be competitive in the American. Especially no UConn. So I think they could make a run this season. I think they have the talent. LaShonda Monk, a senior, just so good defensively, can pick anyone's pocket and can knock down the J. And then Tania Thompson, they have a lot of good young players too. So I think once conference play gets going, I'm excited to see what that team can do.
I like Chambers, Shirley. I know that it's not pretty all the time, but she had a good sequence yesterday. Disrupting a shot, rebound, scoring on the other end. Her size can change a game.
Yeah, she didn't have a whole lot of points registered last night, but she did have a career-high 4 blocks in the game yesterday, which was crucial, especially in the latter 2-3 minutes of the game. So she is coming along. She was a little behind in her development when Kim McNeil got here, and so they had to kind of get her up to speed. And I think you're starting to see the type of potential that she has, and she's only going to get better because she got better as the season went along last year, and I thought she had progressed very well, and she's continuing to just make that progression. And I think by the end of this season, you're going to really see what kind of potential she has.
Looking forward to the remainder of the year and getting into conference play. As you said, it really is up for grabs without Gino and the Huskies.
And I think most importantly, last night, they were down going into the fourth quarter, outscored the Rams by 9 points to win the ball game. Mm-hmm. So you can finish games like that. You've got some toughness, and I think Kim McNeil has brought that toughness to the program. That's why I'm excited about conference play.
Tyler, one thing about you guys that come into this market and work in sports TV, you get to cover the ACC, which is fun for you guys, I'm sure. Unfortunately, this year that might be a little different. I'm bringing that up because I just saw a tweet from Cecil Hurt, who covers Alabama. Nate Oates is the Alabama basketball coach, and his quote on Coach K wanting to delay play due to COVID-19, Nate Oates, the coach for Alabama, said, "Let me ask you a question. Do you think Coach K would be saying that if he hadn't lost those 2 non-conference games at home?" Wow. Okay. All right.
Sometimes honesty is the best policy.
That's what we say. That's what fans say. I did not expect a coach to come out and say this. Interesting.
That is interesting for a coach to say that. Yeah. Now, Duke is certainly missing some interior presence that it has had in past years. So when they don't shoot well, which they didn't against Illinois, for example, they're going to lose ball games because they don't have some big guys who can score down low. Now, UNC is a different story because they have a lot of good young talent. It's just a matter of if that will all come together. Yeah. It's fun watching Day'Ron Sharp, who I was on the sideline just 2 years ago, shooting highlights of his dunks in South Central's gym, and now he's
played well for North Carolina, right?
He got into foul trouble against Iowa, but that's a tough matchup for a young team because Iowa's experienced. They're big. Luke Garza, obviously, could win Player of the Year. He's just such a beast. But they've got some good young talent, and it's always cool to see a local guy on the big stage. I think there's a lot of room for growth still for Day'Ron Sharp, and I'm thrilled to see what's next for him.
And these teams that have the one and dones and have to rebuild every year, like a Kentucky, like a Duke, and maybe like Memphis is going through right now, like these 10 non-conference games help out. But this year there's 4 or 5 non-conference games, so you're jumping right into league play, and you're going to have to get better during the league rather than better during non-conference play against other opponents. So,
and another thing to think about during this COVID season, how old is Coach K? How old is Roy Williams? They're in that age range that if they do contract the virus, it can become very scary. So I think that's probably in the back of their mind as well. Roy Williams has said in a couple Zoom press conferences about his concerns taking his mask off. So that's probably in the back of their mind as well. And it's probably challenging when it comes to travel. So a lot of behind the scenes stuff that I think us as fans, and I think we peeled back the curtain a little bit when we heard Mike Houston speak last week at his end of season press conference, just all of the obstacles that they had to overcome as a team that you don't really see on a day-to-day basis. There is so much behind the scenes taking place to try to have a season.
Yeah. Tyler Feldman joining us here inside the Pirate Radio studios.
The studios?
Tyler, so the Steelers were 11-0. And even then, people were kind of questioning what the Steelers were.
I thought we were going to get past this conversation.
Never. Now they lost the game, and good grief, everybody's taking them out like they're garbage and throwing them away. I talked to a Steelers fan last night who said, well, we'll probably get blown out by the Bills. There's no way we can hang with the Chiefs. Like, the year's over. Like, good grief, you lost one game.
I'm not quite there yet, but the team is banged up for sure.
Very banged up. I will say,
Devin Bush out for the season. Who else? Who am I missing? Bud Dupree out for the season. Two of your top 5 defenders on that side of the ball are out for the season.
Also, don't you think you should be better offensively
yes,
than you are?
James Conner was out against Washington.
Benny Snell's a capable running back.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Ben, does he need to be throwing the ball 53 times? Billy was a little bit insufferable at the station Monday.
He deserved it.
Because Dave Jordan's also huge. I mean, he's a Pittsburgh guy as well. So the two of us were in the newsroom, socially distant. Then Billy's over there yelling and screaming. And I'm just like, what am I watching? What is going on? But I guess I'm still giving the benefit of the doubt because of the schedule changes and the short weeks. I'm sure that has an impact. Maybe not as extreme as maybe I'm making it sound. But
they
that's got to be
on
tough.
A weird deal.
It's just like a weird streak. They've been impacted certainly with the schedule changes. I think more than any other team in the league. But again, Mike Tomlin, no excuses. Like if you can't get 1 yard, you don't deserve to win. That's what he said. So I'm not quite on the they don't have a shot anymore, but they are banged up, and I am a little bit more concerned after that loss to Washington.
I've never beat my chest more about a 5-win team in my life, Tyler.
I think defensively,
we're solid defensively.
Even the Giants too.
Yeah.
I mean, those are two. I think the NFC East can now get possibly 2 teams in after the horrid start of the teams in that.
I saw a PFT commenter, funny tweeter,
he's funny, almost at your level of funny.
He did the playoff. What's it called? The playoff predictor, playoff machine, whatever, and had them both in. Had the Giants in as the division winner, Washington in as a wild card. So it is mathematically possible that this division everybody has crapped on all year.
He's also a huge Washington fan,
he is,
right?
And it was a joke.
Okay.
But it is mathematically possible to get 2 teams in. In fact, he might have had the Eagles in there as well. By
the way, Kornacki is now going to be on...
Okay, explain this to me.
So that was the political guy with the whiteboard or the TV board behind him where he would play percentages of which state would be.
And he's with NBC
blue.
News or whatever?
Yes.
Okay.
And he's with that same family. So it has been announced that Steve Kornacki will now be doing the same thing he did this past week with the playoff percentages for the rest of the season.
Honestly, I was very distraught Sunday night because the Giants beat the Seahawks, and I was like, well, the season's over.
For how big the Washington over Pittsburgh win was, the Giants over the Seahawks, what is the deal? I have Russell Wilson on my fantasy team, and he's been brutal the last 3 or 4 weeks. That team just defensively is not there, and then offensively, I have no idea why they're not scoring more points.
Yeah,
because Carson's back too. I don't know what the deal is in Seattle.
So this is what it was. So you've got the Giants at 9-7.
So they went out
and they played the Seahawks at home.
Okay.
Washington goes to New Orleans. Philadelphia 7-8-1 plays Green Bay. There is still a chance for 3 NFC East teams to make it.
Okay, it's like realistic. Then once it gets to Philly at Green Bay, I'm like, okay, that's a joke.
Jalen Hurts
that
starting
team is
this
brutal.
Week. Yeah,
I don't know. Philly has really fallen off.
Speaking of falling off, any Penn State to discuss today while you're here?
They can end the season 500. Now, Penn State basketball beat 15th ranked Virginia Tech by 20 points.
Them. Yeah, I saw that.
So, and that was after Penn State should have beat Seton Hall and blew a lead and then lost in overtime to the Pirates. So, Penn State basketball, even with all the Pat Chambers fiasco, with him being relieved of his duties a month before this season, Jim Ferry's the interim, and he does have some head coaching experience, but I'm looking at Penn State basketball now because at this point for me, the college football season, what happens. I think it's just been such a challenge. Boston College has said they're not going to play.
Oh yeah, I wanted to bring that up.
Which I think at this point is, if enough of a majority of the players agree on that, then I think that's fine because I bet you the coaching staff, the student athletes, this whole year has been. Gosh, it's been difficult. I can only imagine from those student athlete perspectives just to try to play another game and for what.
I'm going to assume Alabama, Notre Dame, Clemson, those teams still want to win a championship, but everybody else
now because they can play in the Big Ten championship.
Right. Everybody else is probably ready to get this testing done and this practicing and everything over with, right?
Yeah. I mean, I can't even imagine just the headache week in, week out for these 18 to 22-year-old, maybe some older than that, kids trying to play football. They've got games in, hopefully, and that's enough because it's been a tough year, no doubt.
All right, Tyler, what do you think of the news that Blake Prohl was announcing he would go professional?
I was surprised.
Yeah. Did we talk about that last week?
I think we did talk about it.
I can't remember what day it happened. Okay.
I think it happened the day I came, did it happen the
day
morning?
I came in? That's right.
And then I came in?
We had him on the show earlier this week.
I heard he's taking Brian North's job, is what I saw on Twitter.
That's right.
Is that, who was reporting that? Was that a valid source?
That's Pirate Radio.
Oh, okay, so a very valid source.
The building itself tweeted that out.
The building has a Twitter account?
Yes, yeah.
That's kind of the content I'm looking for.
It's all automated. All right, anything else you got going on?
No, busy weekend. UNC football against Miami should be a good game.
It's a good game.
NC State, they've wrapped up their season for football. Their basketball program's on pause because of COVID within the program, so who knows when they'll next play.
Who are you talking about?
NC State announced yesterday. Christian McCaffrey now is injured again after they said he was going to play.
Shut him down.
Yeah, at this point, the team's not making the playoffs. What's the risk is just way too high. If he's got all these things he's dealing with health-wise, why play your best player?
And nobody probably cares listening, but like there's an NBA preseason game on TV tomorrow night.
The Hornets are hosting.
The Hornets play Saturday
against Toronto.
I had no idea. In
NBA
fact,
tip-off is just 12 days away.
And you're is that right?
Yeah, 12 days crazy. From the start of the NBA season.
You're a hockey dude. When are we playing hockey?
So the latest on hockey that I saw, I think it was a 53 or 56 game schedule, but it hasn't been decided yet. Typically, I'm watching 3 or 4 Penguins games a week on NHL TV at this point.
Right.
I mean, we're in what is it? December? Yes, it's December.
Sometimes
December. You lose track of
First day of Hanukkah.
First night of Hanukkah. It's exciting stuff.
I just saw a tweet not even 10 minutes ago. They are considering starting an abbreviated season sometime in mid-January, but they're trying to work out all the logistics to make sure that they can get that done.
I saw a tweet.
That's the NHL?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I saw a tweet yesterday, Tyler, about they are going to realign the divisions.
Yes.
And all I saw was, boy, this is great for Columbus and Carolina. I'm not a hockey expert.
The last I saw of that division realignment, I think that was a month, 2 months ago at this point, it had Philadelphia and Pittsburgh in 2 different divisions, which really ticked me off.
Yeah, that is strange. I guess it would be...
Pittsburgh was like the one team in the East that was then put into the Central Division, kind of.
Right.
Which doesn't really get me going or get me fired up because the Penguins have, I mean, with the Flyers at least and with the Capitals, there's a lot of good rivalries in season that I guess would not happen. But I can't be picky. I don't think any sports fan can be picky at this point.
That's just
same reason why, like, hey, ECU basketball schedule as many games that aren't on the schedule currently as possible if you miss out on games. I'd rather see games if they can be played than not. I mean, UNC is hosting NC Central Saturday. That was added after UNC lost a game against Elon. So that's the new norm until this vaccine comes out and things start to get better.
I'm assuming, Tyler, you won't be at Minji's today.
No, Billy will be there.
All right.
That looks like my dad. Oh, my gosh.
Quaker Oats.
Yeah, I got to pull up a picture of my dad. If you just put, like, his head in... You can't see this at home.
Well, I think a lot of people know what the Quaker Oats guy looks like.
I'm now seeing a little Mitch Feldman resemblance. I'm going to probably send him that picture.
Interesting. Have you never seen the Quaker Oats guy?
No, I've seen it. I mean, he's a big Quaker Oats guy myself, so maybe that's why.
Interesting. All right. Great way to wrap up the segment. What's coming up on WITN? Law and Order?
I have no idea. If you want a look at the TV listing, head over to our website at WITN.com.
You have it there?
You can click on What's On, and there's a question mark. Click on that, and then you can see what's going on.
All right, I'm going to test you on this. Where is this at?
So then click on that drop down.
Uh-huh.
It should say What's On somewhere. Or maybe that's on the app. Scroll down.
Here we go.
Oh, the app and the website are different. Scroll down.
I can't.
You can't scroll down?
Is there more? That's it.
Really?
That's it, Tyler. You lied.
What's that news video?
Imagine that. Somebody in the media lying to me.
Oh, come on. I'm pulling it up on my app right now. That's ridiculous.
All right.
You're shining a dark light for no reason.
I'm just trying. I'm doing exactly what you told me to do to find out what's on TV. I'm on the
app
tonight.
right now, and where am I going? Drop down. What's on?
Okay, so it is on the app. All right.
I'm an app guy.
What's on? What's on TV tonight?
And this is like me. I'm like the appetizer to Big Man on Campus up next.
Jeff Nadu coming up next. We will.
We've got Ellen, the Ellen Show. If you're still into that.
Okay.
And then WITN first at 4 o'clock.
She's a real peach.
Yeah.
All right. Jeff Nadu. We'll talk North Florida ECU.
I'm more of a white nectarine guy.
Are you? What's your favorite fruit?
Banana. Hands down. I have a banana every day.
So for Christmas, we have like Christmas goodies, Christmas treats. Mm-hmm. Do you have Hanukkah food related?
Have you ever spun the dreidel?
That's not a food, but
they made it out of clay, and when it's dry and ready, the dreidel.
I remember learning about Hanukkah in elementary school.
So you spin the dreidel. There's 4 sides, and then just depending on what side, you play with chocolate gelt. It's coins with chocolate in it. Have you ever seen those? I'm sure you can get it at Publix, any of your grocery stores.
Interesting.
And then you play. It's the Jewish way of gambling with fake money. Okay. It's chocolate.
All right. Well, I would be into that part of the holiday.
Because why would the Jewish people, myself included, want to play with real money when we can just play with fake money
and hoard away all your real money? Isn't that what you people do?
Put it in the bank.
That's what I learned.
You can't put chocolate coins in the bank.
Tyler, thanks for hanging out.
Hey, thanks, Clipper.
We'll take a timeout. Come back. More to go on Pirate Radio Live. We'll talk some hoops. We got an NFL game tonight, by the way. Patriots and Rams. We got that on Pirate Radio, right, Shirley?
Oh, it's Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday Night Football.
That's a good matchup.
We'll talk about that as well when we return on Pirate Radio Live after this.
Your CBD store in Greenville has the highest quality CBD products in the country. Your CBD store is the first and only brand that carries USDA certified organic products such as gummies, honey sticks, and high absorption water-soluble liquids, which are all made in the United States. They even offer products for your pet. The educated staff will help you answer any questions, and you can stop in anytime to get a free sample. Your CBD store, locally owned and operated, open Monday through Saturday, 10 to 6, right beside Duck Donuts in Greenville.
Banking is banking until service is not the same. This is Eric Clark from Select Bank and Trust, and this year has been unusual, but we have continued to focus on what has always been important to us, our customers. When businesses needed access to the Paycheck Protection Program, our team of local bankers worked around the clock to successfully keep our customers open and their employees working. Wouldn't you like to deal with a bank that is responsive to your needs, can make local decisions, and cares about you, the customer? We are Select Bank and Trust. Bank local, bank select.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. The holiday season is upon us, and have you been naughty or nice this season? Well, it doesn't matter at the Naughty Life, because no matter who you are, you can find the perfect gift for anyone. This holiday season, stroll the new and improved streets of downtown Washington. Be sure to visit the Naughty Life for the latest Yeti products, signs, clothing, home decor, and many other unique gift items. Plus, their gift wrapping is fantastic, and my favorite, it's free. The Naughty Life on Main Street in downtown Washington.
Christmas presents are great, but Christmas cash is awesome. This is Vince from Play It Again Sports in Greenville, and it's time for us to help you turn around the stuff in your house into cash. Clean out your closets and garages for cash today. We're buying sports equipment for baseball, softball, golf, tennis, lacrosse, hockey, and more. We're buying bicycles, skateboards, snowboards, water skis, treadmills, ellipticals, dumbbells, and more. Play It Again Sports, your home for Christmas cash. Just past the Cracker Barrel on Greenville Boulevard. Find us on Instagram and Facebook.
University PC Care is proud to support Greenville Fire Rescue this year in their annual Operation Santa Claus Toy Drive. Stop by their Fire Tower location over the next 2 weeks to drop off new unwrapped toys. University PC Care will honor $20 off any service for customers dropping off toys, and they will donate an additional unwrapped toy for every toy donated. If you have any questions or for iPhone or computer support, call 558-1280 or go online at universitypccare.com.
This is Mark Washington with Max Sports Performance at Max Fitness. Our facility has reopened and is following all safety protocols. The best thing you can do to strengthen your immune system is, of course, to work out and exercise on a regular basis. I can assist you as your performance coach. You can also enjoy the benefits of a private facility. Avoid the crowds and work out at Max Fitness. Now is the time to get healthy. Max Fitness, just off Highway 43 in the old Ace Hardware Building behind Speedway in Greenville. Call me, Mark Washington, 902-4877.
Looking for your next career opportunity? How about some extra cash to help pay for school? Your locally owned and operated Dixon Foods McDonald's is hiring, and they would love to have you as part of the McFamily. They offer flexible hours, competitive pay, and financial support to pursue your education through McDonald's Archways to Opportunity program. Come join the family at McDonald's. Don't let this financial opportunity pass you by. Please visit DixonFoods.com to apply.
In studio today with Candy Cane, also known as Stephen Asby to his friends and family. Why do you go to F3?
Man, I go to F3 for so many reasons. You know, we kind of talk about the three pieces. We talk about the fitness, which is really important. You know, second, the fellowship. And I find so many guys, me included for many years, really struggle with deep relationships with other dudes. And then the faith part. You realize how many guys absolutely need it, and sometimes they don't know.
One letter, one number, F3. Learn more today at f3enc.com.
This is Coach Donnie Kirkpatrick, offense coordinator for ECU football, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. Now, back to the show.
Well, welcome back. PRL this afternoon is brought to you by Bud Light. It reminds Pirate fans to always stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here's your host, Clip Brock.
Back with you on Pirate Radio Live, Hour 1 of today's program. We'll open up the Pirate Radio Treasure Chest coming up in hour number 2. We'll run down the prizes that we have left later on in today's show. We'll run down the winners as well. Every time we talk hockey on the show, former intern Brooks Hill, I think his ears start twitching.
They perk up.
And he tunes in. And thanks for tuning in, Brooks. And he said the new division that was being proposed, I guess, was Carolina, Columbus, Chicago, Detroit, Florida, Tampa Bay, Nashville, Minnesota. He said January 13th proposed date, which is what you said, Shirley, mid-January.
Yeah.
Potential start time. But you remember just like when we were in our sports hiatus, we would hear from the NBA and trying to return to play. We would hear from Major League Baseball how they weren't going to play and didn't play. And, of course, NFL was on schedule to play in the fall anyway. We didn't really hear anything from the NHL, and I don't know if it's because it's just not as popular or because they don't make it as public. But I feel like we're back there again, right, where NBA has preseason games starting tomorrow. Mm-hmm. And the NHL, we still don't have a definitive plan yet, but I'm pretty certain, I feel pretty confident that they'll have some hockey on TV and in arenas in January.
Well, I think the NHL is taking a little bit of a different approach. I mean, if you think back, like you said, during the sports hiatus, what did we hear as far as news stories go? Major League Baseball wasn't going to play, then they were going to play, but they weren't, then they were, and it was like a lot of back and forth and a lot of confusion.
It was very public and very ugly.
Yeah, it was very public, it was very ugly, and then the NBA, trying to get the bubble put together, and there was all sorts of issues with that. And I think what the NHL has done is they just quietly behind the scenes put something together to finish out their season this past year. So I think they're just taking that same approach this year, is where, you're not going to hear a whole lot about what is going on behind the scenes as far as how they're going to put everything together. But once they put together a plan, they're going to be off and running. Because now, correct me if I'm wrong, because my memory is not as good as it used to be. They didn't have any stoppages of play once they started.
I don't think they had any issues at all in those two Canada bubbles.
Yeah, the two Canada bubbles. So, whatever they were able to put together was, for the most part, was successful, and I think that's what they're trying to do. Yeah. Sometimes no news is good news.
Yeah,
and
true.
so with the hockey league, I think that's what they're trying to do, is they're trying to work out the logistics, and once they roll it out, say, look, okay, this is how we're going to do it. We're going to start mid-January, and then they're off and running. So we'll see what happens.
All right, we got football, college hoops, got some sports to talk about coming up tonight, and we'll do it right now as we head out to the Fixed NC Live line and talk to the big man on campus, Jeff Nadu from Barstool Sports. You can subscribe and download the Big Man on Basketball podcast every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. An episode drops. Got another one coming up tomorrow. Big man, welcome back to the show. How you doing today?
I'm doing great, Clip. Good to talk to you. How are you?
Hey, doing good. A bit of a light card in college basketball, but a card that includes East Carolina as the Pirates looking to get to 5-0 on the season. Jeff, enjoy having you on to talk Pirate basketball because you tend to know more about the opponents than a lot of folks we talk to. Do you have any insight on the North Florida Ospreys, today's opponent? I know that they're winless, Jeff. They've played a pretty tough schedule, but what do you know about North Florida?
It's funny, Cliff. They're one of the more interesting teams over the years that I've liked to look into. They're coached by a guy called Matt Driscoll. He's had some really good teams over the years. They've been one of the leaders in the clubhouse down in the Atlantic Sun, obviously with Lipscomb and with Liberty. But this is a team that this year has kind of had their growing pains. They lost 4 of their 5 starters from last year's team, including their best player in JT Escobar. They also lost a kid, Wajid Aminu, who was kind of their defensive guy in the middle that really protected them, Garrett Sams as well. So this is a team that is definitely dealing with some growing pains, and they just lost their leading scorer, Carter Hendrickson, the only double-digit scorer from last year. So, this is a team that's really kind of a skeleton unit right now. A lot of new faces, a lot of great players, but a lot of new faces. The thing about Driscoll that's interesting is he runs this really weird 1-3-1 zone, so you have to kind of be able to test it and be able to shoot. Something that East Carolina has actually done pretty well this year. You look at through 4 games, this group's shooting at about 37%, which is a far cry from where they were last year offensively, as you know. They also, I think, are going to have a big advantage. Like I said last year, North Florida had a kid like in Waminu that was just a patroller in the middle. They don't have that this year. I think Jalen Gardner could be in for a big game here. But I also don't know that East Carolina could totally deal with the barrage they're going to get from 3 that North Florida is going to throw out there. So I kind of like the over a little bit. I think this could be kind of up and down, kind of similar to the game the other night. That first half was a up and down affair. It only got bad because UNC Wilmington started scoring and East Carolina didn't. But I think this probably gets into the 150s. ECU should be able to do what they want offensively if they can make some threes.
I was reluctant to ride with you on the over. You had it earlier this week on Monday when ECU played UNCW, but the Pirates shot lights out in the first half and kind of went to sleep the first 13 minutes of the second half, but had a nice barrage there at the end of the game, and you didn't even need overtime to get your over, Jeff. But Pirates shoot like that. You can certainly get the total tonight. It's 148. ECU a 14-point favorite at home at 5:00. And Jeff,
hey, Clip.
Yeah, go ahead.
One other thing. Put it this way: for anyone that knows nothing about North Florida, they're going to want to shoot 25 or more threes in this game. They're going to want to shoot 35. Yeah. That's the goal. They feel that the great equalizer is a 3-point shot, and while it hasn't been great, it's been very good. I mean, they're shooting the ball at a high level, as is East Carolina.
Jeff Nadu joining us. Jeff, I guess the best game on paper would be late night tonight, San Diego State, Arizona State. How about this Thursday slate? Again, it's pretty thin. Anything out there you're looking at?
Yeah, that's an interesting game. It's a clash in styles. Arizona State's going to want to get up and run and use their guards to really kind of go up and down. But San Diego State, they have the coaching advantage here. The great equalizer is defense and slower tempo. I think San Diego State's the better team. I think they'll do enough offensively against Arizona State to get the job done, and we all know who the better defense is. Plus, when you look at Arizona State, they're going to be without Marcus Bagley tonight, which is a big loss. He's one of their good bigs, so that's kind of a loss for them. I think at a dog price, I think San Diego State's kind of interesting. What else did I have my eye on? I think a game no one really talk about is Minnesota, Kansas City, UMKC, the Kangaroos.
The Roos.
They're coached by a guy, Billy Donlin. He was a coach at Michigan. He was a coach alongside Luke Yaklich, both of which now have coaching jobs. He's with UIC, Donlin at UMKC. UMKC is actually a good defensive team. They're always going to really have quick hands. They can turn you over. They want to also on offense kind of make you work for whatever you get in the half court. They're not going to look to get out and run with you. They're not going to play into your hands. And this is a tough scheduling spot because KC is a solid shooting team so far. They've got some really good players that are going to fill it up. Brandon McKissick, Marvin Nesbitt. And if you look at Minnesota, Clip, they're 5-0. They haven't necessarily looked great in any game. And you look at on deck, they have Illinois on deck. Then they play St. Louis, quick non-con game. Then they go into their conference schedule. So this is a really tough spot. It's a Thursday night with no fans, and you got Kansas City coming to town. It's not a real get-up and be excited spot. I think this could be a game where the Roos hang inside a big impost at 17.5.
Jeff Nadu, Big Man on Basketball podcast, available via Barstool Sports, and it drops every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. New ep coming up on Friday, so looking forward to you breaking down the weekend games, Jeff. And I'm looking ahead for the first time now. See, we got Big East basketball coming up Friday night, Villanova and Georgetown. Looking ahead to Sunday, Richmond, West Virginia. That one looks pretty interesting. Texas taking on Baylor. So you got some top 25 matchups scheduled for the weekend. Have you looked ahead, Jeff? I know you'll be breaking this down on the pod tomorrow, but what about this weekend? Any games stand out to you?
Yeah, there's some great games this weekend. We'll get to them on Friday for sure. You also look at on Saturday. You got a nice big card. I'm interested in St. Bonaventure, Clip. I was really high on this team to start the season. I think they're going to be a really good mid-major. They haven't played yet. They get started on Saturday. There's a matchup in the state of Texas that I really like. And, Clip, a little foreshadowing. We might just have a big-time mid-major coach getting on the show next week. One of the best mid-major coaches in the country, on the best mid-major team in the country, in my opinion. We're starting a new segment, Mid-Major Madness. We're going to have some great mid-major coaches on. So I'm excited to talk to him next week. Little foreshadowing for you.
All right. We'll definitely be checking that out. Jeff Nadu joining us. Jeff, tonight, Thursday night football, you got the Patriots coming off that blowout win over the Chargers, taking on the Rams. The Rams are a 4.5-point favorite. Patriots continuing their West Coast swing here, and the total sitting at 43.5. How about this? Can Belichick do it back-to-back weeks, or you like the Rams in this matchup?
I don't know that I like either side. I had New England last week. That was one of my premium selections. I took them. They crushed the Chargers. I actually played this small, under 44.5, down to 43.5. I still think it's worth the play at 43.5. I probably wouldn't go any lower than that. But when you look at these teams, the New England Patriots, obviously want to run the football. That's kind of their goal. Cam can make some plays, but it's not something that you depend on. And when you look at the Rams, I mean, who better to stop Jared Goff than Bill Belichick? That's kind of what he does best. We remember in the Super Bowl a couple of years ago, Bill kind of held him in check, and he did a great job last week against the young quarterback in Justin Herbert. So I expect the Patriots' defense is better than people give it credit for. And, I think the pace is kind of slow here. We know the Rams have a great defense, very stingy against the run. They kind of make offenses that look pretty good, look pretty bad. Remember, they held the Seahawks to 16. They held Dak Prescott and the Cowboys to 17 early in the year. So, you look at the pace in this game. I just don't think it's going to be quite there. I took a little nibble with under 44.5, and I would still take a shot probably with 43.5.
Jeff, let's stick with the NFL for a moment, and let's bring your personal emotion into this, your fandom, which is the Philadelphia Eagles. What did you make of the move, them going to Hurts instead of Wentz for the upcoming game?
I think it's going to really set up a tough – I mean, this is already a pretty poor culture in the locker room. I just don't think it really – and again, I know people look, Carson struggled this year. I don't think anyone will tell you he hasn't. He's made some really bad mistakes, and he's done some things that he shouldn't do. But at the end of the day, we have to continue to remember they don't exactly put him in a great situation, Clip. I mean, think about if you were a Pirate Radio and you had a mic that didn't work, your producer didn't show up half the time, and you were sitting there with your hands in your head wondering, what do I do now? I mean, you need a little bit of a resource to do well, and the guys that he has as a receiver just aren't good enough. They don't get open. The offensive line, you're dealing with third and fourth stringers, and I'll make this very basic and rudimentary case that if you put DeAndre Hopkins and Justin Jefferson on this team, I don't think Carson Wentz is struggling like he is.
Yeah.
I think he's salvageable with the right coach. Would I take a shot with Jalen Hurts? Yeah. I mean, you drafted him that high. You better give him at least an opportunity. But I don't think he'll succeed much differently or not succeed. He is what he is. I don't know that he's ready to lead a team. I guess we'll see. It's not going to matter, though, because they're not good enough to make the playoffs or compete.
Jeff, going back to our conversation Monday, and I'm starting to echo you. The further along we get in the college football season, the more I'm kind of out of it. Now, there are actually 2 games tonight. It surprised me when I saw this earlier this afternoon. Pittsburgh, Georgia Tech, Florida Atlantic, Southern Miss. I'm assuming, are you out on these in college football?
Yeah, Clip, I always look for betting opportunities. Obviously, I think if you don't, you're not doing it correctly. But yeah, I didn't get involved with these. I do think Arizona tomorrow night's kind of interesting. Nevada, San Jose State. I'll be looking at a total there. I still will continue to say I don't think San Jose is good enough defensively. They haven't really played much of anyone. Nevada's a good offense. Both teams should be able to move the football. But yeah, I'm picking my spots in college football. Just kind of, I'm not going balls to the wall. I made a little bit of profit, not much, but, I'll kind of pick and choose. But, yeah, I'm kind of on the same wavelength, as you know.
Big Man on Campus, Big Man on Basketball. The podcast available right now, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. A new ep drops, so a new one coming out tomorrow. Make sure you're subscribed. Jeff, we always enjoyed the chat here on Pirate Radio. We'll talk to you next week and dive into some American Athletic Conference play. East Carolina scheduled to begin league play on the road at SMU, so that'll be a challenge for Joe Dooley's guys. But Pirates trying to get to 5-0 today, Jeff. That'd be a nice record heading into league play.
Yeah, the first game's tough. Kendrick Davis is really good. I'm very high on SMU. That could be a fun game, up and down. Hopefully East Carolina can keep shooting the way they are because this is something they missed last year. If they can have it all year, it's going to be big for Dooley.
Jeff, we'll check out the pod tomorrow, and we'll talk to you again on Monday here on Pirate Radio.
Thanks, Clip. Appreciate it.
All right, the BMOC, Jeff Nadu joining us on the Fixed NC live line. Going back to the Overwell today for ECU basketball as the Pirates were able to hit on Monday. UNCW helped that total, and apparently North Florida likes to get up and down, likes to shoot the three, so it could be a lot of points today in Minges Coliseum. ECU a 14-point favorite in this game as they are getting some respect from Vegas this year when you look at these spreads. All right, let's take a timeout. We'll come back, wrap up hour one of Pirate Radio Live, and when we return, we'll tell you who has won out of the treasure chest and what has been won, and we will open up the treasure chest coming up in hour number 2. Also, Shirley just showed me a sheet of paper. Is that news from the Shirley Rhodes news desk? Okay, we have news items to get to as well. That's on the way when we return on Pirate Radio Live. We're back with you after this.
If you are push mowing your yard using an inefficient lawn tractor or your current zero-turn spends more time in the shop than mowing your grass, it's time you look at a Hustler zero-turn lawnmower. Residential mowers from Hustler are built like tanks and drive like sports cars. All Hustler mowers have fabricated, welded steel decks. Don't settle on cheap units with flimsy stamped decks from big box stores. Come see Ron Ayers Motorsports. It will guide you to the right mower for your property and your budget. Find us at Ron Ayers Motorsports, Highway 11 north of the airport in Greenhalgh.
This is Dr. Phil Perdue with Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center. My colleagues and I recognize how difficult this time is for everyone in our community. We continue to see patients during the week while taking precautions to keep everyone safe. Our extended care clinic is now open on Saturdays and Sundays from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. so you can avoid the emergency department for your urgent orthopedic care. For more information, please contact us at 757-2663 or visit our website at orthoeast.com.
Domino's week-long carry-out deal means you can carry out 3-topping pizzas for $7.99 each every day. That's right, $7.99 each, and every day means any day. But just in case there's any confusion, we've set up a helpful website to confirm if today's a day you can carry out 3-topping pizzas for $7.99 each at Domino's. Just go to howaboutoday.com to find out if Domino's week-long carry-out deal is valid today. Spoiler alert, it is. Carry out only. You must ask for this limited time offer. Prices, participation, and charges may vary. Excludes extra large and specialty pizzas. Crust availability varies by size.
Enjoy the warm air circulating moments after you turn up the heat. Precise control of cooking temperatures. Enough hot water on demand for everyone's shower. The instant glow of warmth when you turn on your fireplace or fire pit. Never having to change a gas tank on your outdoor grill. Experience the affordable luxury of natural gas. Find out more at GUC.com.
Great food, great atmosphere, and great service is Ottavola Market Cafe. Ottavola is simply a restaurant that focuses on that, being a great restaurant. There's something for everyone at Ottavola. The menu offers a variety of great choices like pastas, pizzas, sandwiches, soups, salads, and seasonal rotating selections. Lunch or dinner, Ottavola is always the right call. Call ahead and get Ottavola to go, or stop by the bar for a drink with friends. It's simple. Come and eat at Ottavola Market Cafe, Red Banks Road next to Food Lion, and OttavolaMarket.com. Ottavola, Pirates supporting Pirates.
It's the season for warmer clothes, hot apple cider, and changing leaves. But what doesn't change and what won't change is our commitment to your complete satisfaction each and every time you visit our dealership. Phelps Chevrolet in Greenville. Complete customer satisfaction isn't just a seasonal thing, it's delivered every day. That's why we are the place to find your next truck or SUV. Come in and get you one. Phelps Chevrolet. Visit today or see us on the web.
UBE and PirateWear.com have everything to fill Santa's sleigh this Christmas. Officially licensed ECU gifts and apparel, polos, outerwear, and sweats from Champion, Columbia, and Cutter & Buck. Visit the Crow's Nest for the largest selection of ECU children's apparel in the world. Be sure to follow UBE PirateWear.com on all social media platforms to stay informed on sales, events, and giveaways. UBE and PirateWear.com, making your Christmas jolly and bright for over 50 years.
While other folks come and go, Greenville Pool & Supply has been your local pool store in Greenville and Eastern North Carolina for over 40 years. Are you finding yourself spending more time at home than ever before? If so, turn your backyard into a vacation destination. Greenville Pool has pools for any size backyard. Choose from the very popular fiberglass, classic vinyl, or custom concrete. If you order your pool now, it could be in by this spring. If you're ready for a pool, contact the pros at Greenville Pool & Supply.
Hi, this is Brian Meador from East Carolina Athletics. You're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Grab your amigos and head to Chico's for the best Mexican food and fun in Greenville. Come and enjoy favorites like shrimp tacos, steak and chicken fajitas, burritos, enchiladas, ACP, and more. Follow Chico's on Facebook and Instagram for daily updates. For Mexican food and fun, it's got to be Chico's for dine-in or to-go. Now let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here's your host, Clip Brock.
That'll be a nice move for this Thursday evening. A little takeout from Chico's. A $100 gift card to Chico's is still inside the Pirate Radio treasure chest. We'll make you a winner in Hour 2 of today's show and in Hour 3. Surely more on the treasure chest in a moment, but let's go ahead and hit some of your news items that you have for us today.
Okay, well, a couple of college football games have been canceled for this weekend. Texas at Kansas and Oklahoma and West Virginia. Those two football games have been canceled for this weekend. Texas Tech has temporarily closed their football training facility following 9 staffers, including the head coach, Matt Wells, who tested positive They've had 9 positive cases in the last 7 days, so they have temporarily closed their facility. Tulane is expected to be letting their defensive coordinator, Jack Curtis, go. Curtis was the defensive coordinator the last 7 seasons. That's according to footballscoop.com. Michigan State and Penn State, originally scheduled for 3:30 on Saturday, has now been moved to noon on ABC. So that's your college football news. Couple of NFL notes. Matt Rule does not expect Christian McCaffrey to play on Sunday, so he is likely out. Beast mode. Marshawn Lynch is reportedly talking to several teams about making yet another return to the NFL, so we'll keep you posted on that. And one NBA note, Paul George signed a max contract extension with the Clippers that guarantees him $226 million over the next 5 years. I am in the wrong damn business.
Yeah, you are. You can't jump, Shirley. Should have jumped higher and dunked.
I know. Well, white girls can't jump.
Just not in the cards for you. All right.
I mean, I could jump if I had a running start and a trampoline, but
sure,
that's about it.
The SEC is making an announcement today at 6 o'clock.
Reportedly it's for a new TV deal.
Oh, is that what they're talking about?
Yeah, with Disney Plus. Supposedly they are going to be, a lot of the SEC games are on CBS. And it looks like that this, this announcement is going to show that they have signed a new TV deal with Disney/ABC.
Oh, yeah, because the deal with CBS is coming to an end, which means what happens to that awesome CBS college football theme?
I don't know.
I mean, I guess it'll still be used on CBS, like college sports when Navy plays somebody, but we're going to be missing those 3:30 SEC games on CBS.
Yeah, because, because Notre Dame is normally an NBC production. And I know that the Big Ten has moved over to Fox.
Big 10, Big 12, you can see on Fox quite a bit now.
Yeah.
ACC is ESPN and ABC,
right,
for the most part.
And so CBS is gonna getting left out in the cold, I guess.
Yeah. That's just gonna be strange.
But supposedly this TV deal will run. I think I saw Paul Feinbaum. It was either Paul Feinbaum or Tim Brando post that this new deal is basically going to garner, I think CBS's deal gets the SEC somewhere in the neighborhood of $45 million. It's going to bump it up to somewhere around $76 million as far as money coming into the SEC with this new TV deal.
All right. Going to be weird not hearing that music. Almost as weird as hearing the Round Ball Rock, the old NBA on NBC song, which is now played on Fox for college games.
It is classic.
It's really strange, but it is fun to hear that song.
John Tesh.
All right, let's take a time out. We'll come back. Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live on the way. We'll catch up with Stephen Igoe before he heads over to Minges Coliseum for some ECU basketball. That's on the way when we return on Pirate Radio Live. Back with you after this.
In studio with Dr. Shondell Jones today from Kinetic Physical Therapy. What's new for 2021?
Well, 2020 has been a tough year for a lot of people, especially with the pandemic. And so, listen, we've got a way that people can kind of get that control back. We call it a Power Up package to start the year. And it's a mix of health coaching and personal training so that people can actually meet those goals and get back in shape. So to meet your goals in 2021, go to kptonline.com or give us a call at Kinetic Physical Therapy and Wellness at 364-2806.
What the heck was that?
Oh, that was Chuck from Naughty Dog. They just did a new beer release, and he gets so excited he runs around town screaming and telling everyone. I told him I would cut this new commercial instead and let people know to get to Naughty Dog this holiday season to try their new beers, that they're open 7 days a week, and that they're doing a fundraiser to drop off food and toys for dogs. Go to Naughty Dog Brewing Company on Main Street in downtown Winterville today, and maybe you'll see Chuck there screaming. Follow Naughty Dog on Facebook and Instagram for more fun.
North Carolina state parks are now open for visitors. Parks should be used for exercise, fresh air, getting out in nature, or a day trip as the state safely reopens. Visitors should enjoy themselves, but please remember the 3 W's. Wear face coverings, wait 6 feet apart, and wash your hands often. Focus on moving through the park, keep social distancing in mind, and avoid large groups. While most facilities and activities will be open, please contact any state park before your visit with questions or visit ncparks.gov/open.
The holiday season is here, and Sam Jones Barbecue is ready to help you host all of your family and friends this year with our catering menu, perfect for any size gathering. Our whole hog chop barbecue, slow-cooked chicken, smoked turkey, and spare ribs will make a holiday meal a hands-down winner every time. Log on to samjonesbarbecue.com to get your order started, and also check out our online store stocked with our sauces, hats, and t-shirts. I'm Sam Jones, and on behalf of all of our staff, happy holidays.
There's no better time to drive away with a quality pre-owned car, truck, or SUV from Greenville Auto World. Greenville Auto World is your authorized rough country dealer. We specialize in lift and leveling kits along with custom wheel packages. Whether you're looking for ground clearance or enhancing the appearance of your vehicle, trust our team for your off-road experience. Greenville Auto World, 3840 South Charles Boulevard across from Hardee's at Bells Fork, or greenvilleautoworld.net.
Hi, this is Jeff Charles, and welcome inside the booth. Pirate basketball games come fast and furious this month. Hopefully. Some thoughts next.
If you missed Pirate Radio Live, you missed.
What I've learned in the last 24 hours is that I will never, ever, ever bet on the East Carolina Pirates because their coach is the softest coach I've ever seen in my entire life.
Softest coach in America, he called you.
I don't know anybody's ever said that about me. I'd love to have Pat here in Greenville, North Carolina. I'd love to meet him. Maybe Dowdy Ficklin Stadium.
Maybe we could arrange a visit of Pat McAfee and do the Oklahoma drill, you and him. How about that?
Yeah.
You think he'd say that to your face?
We can find out.
Pirate Radio Live, weekdays from 3 to 6, right here on Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
In this, the most abnormal of years, ECU is scheduled to play 8 games in December. Could be more, could be less. Remember, Joe Dooley's ball club has already lost 3 games when the Pirates opted out of the Gulf Coast Showcase in Fort Myers in November to start the season. We fully expect to see some starts and stops. Broadcasting games in an empty Williams Arena Minges Coliseum has been a surreal experience. You can hear PA announcer Morgan Ehlers and even the players on the bench acting like fans cheering their teammates on. I long for the days of leaving Minges with a headache after a packed house has raised the roof. But it's not going to happen this year. Maybe in January, a few fans will be permitted. It's easy for me and my broadcast partner Cy Seymour and on-site engineer David Horn. We can pull right up to the front door and there are no lines in the men's room. Come on back again next time and we'll visit inside the booth.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, W224EI Greenville, WDLX Washington, and W281CH Washington. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by University PC Care, your local tech support experts for all your business needs. Let University PC Care take care of it so you can take care of business. Visit universitypccare.com to learn more today. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Town Insurance is your premier independent insurance agency. From maximizing opportunities to minimizing risk, Town's insurance advisors offer expert professional advice to clients of all sizes. For personal or business insurance questions, call 756-8300 today. Now let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here's your host, Clip Rock.
Back with you on Pirate Radio Live. Clip Rock here. Stephen Igoe is here from Hoist the Colors. He'll join us for the next 35-ish minutes. What time you need to leave to get to Minges?
Like 4:35, 4:40.
Okay, all right.
This 5 o'clock tip-off is...
How you like it?
I like it and I don't like it at the same time. I can't eat until after the game, after I'm done working, which is usually like 8:30. So that kind of stinks, but...
8:30?
The game is at 7. We got to wait for the press conference, and we got to write. We don't just go and leave. We're not radio people, Clip.
I guess.
Son of a nutcracker.
That's Shirley's been waiting to play that one. Son of a nutcracker.
I was not expecting that. I can tell you that. But
holy ornament.
How about yesterday? Bryce Williams during a break, unsolicited, brought up the name. What name? What name was it, Shirley?
Quate Smyer.
He said that him and like some old teammates one time were having a few and looking at old rosters and like seeing like
that would be hilarious.
And he was like, "Where do these guys go, man? I mean, we had Quate Smyer."
Quate Smyer.
And I was like, "Holy crap! I can't believe you brought up that particular name."
I mean, it really is amazing if you pull up some of the old recruiting classes, just like how, especially back then, like early rough. That's kind of when I was first starting. Players would just disappear, and there wouldn't really be a reason why. Like you would maybe get like, "Hey, it was a violation of team rules" at the bottom of like a practice report that this player was dismissed. But there were other cases where guys would just leave, and like 2 weeks later, you'd be like, "Where? All right, where has this guy been?" And he just wasn't there. I remember Johnny Gillespie under Mo signed with him. He practiced the first day, and then he just like left during the middle of practice and never came back. And now he's at Fayetteville State, I think, wrapping up his career. So.
Didn't he come at the same time with was it Kennedy?
Yeah, Keyshawn Kennedy.
And what happened with him?
From Wallace Rose Hill. Keyshawn, they could not ever decide on a position for him, and so like
they just left him out.
Well, he would go from receiver to corner, and like it would depend on the week. Whatever he wanted to do, they would kind of let him.
Yeah.
You know, really, he was a DB, and he wanted to play receiver and running back. So they would like let him play running back during practice, but then he didn't practice that DB, and then he would go into a game as a DB, so he never played. So, and then he just eventually transferred because he was tired of that. I don't know where he's at now.
Igoe, as a NCAA video game player veteran like yourself, you know, during the off season you have to do a few things, and one of those is position changes.
Yeah, position changes.
That's a fun thing to find a guy that maybe is not getting a lot of playing time somewhere, put him somewhere else. Mike Houston doing that in real life and said that's kind of part of the process, and there could be a number of those for East Carolina this offseason.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at the roster, how it is now, you know, they're starting to get to the point where they're going to be right at that 85 number in terms of scholarship, or even over it this coming year, depending on what happens with some of the seniors. But once you get your roster full, I mean, you're going to have at times overstocking of certain positions just due to how things break out, and you know that could certainly happen. I mean, you look at you know the tight end room in particular. Going now into 2021, if everything stayed the same, you would have 6 scholarship tight ends, and really, you know, they want to have 5, and that's, you know, enough depth. So really don't want 6. So I always say, you know, Jeremy Lewis to me makes sense going to defense. I've heard he kind of wants to. Again, this is dependent upon Ryan Jones getting here in January, and then Jacob Coleman signing and enrolling. So I mean, you can't just make the move now and then those guys not show up and then move them back. So a lot of these moves probably won't happen until January.
And you could say, well, why were those guys put there in the first place? Well, Mike Houston, I was talking to him on Monday about it, and he said when he got here, Anthony Watley was the only scholarship tight end. So they had a need at that position, and they brought in Jeremy Lewis was coming in as a Mo recruit, right, as a defensive player. They needed somebody, some bodies in that tight end room, and we saw Jeremy Lewis make some great plays in high school at South Central, catching the football down the field. So they put him there. Now we're a couple years in, and maybe he could be better suited at another position. He showed he was a pretty darn good defensive player in high school as well. So why does a guy go to a certain spot and then have to move? Well, maybe there's a need at that particular position at the time they're put there. So
yeah, there was a definite need there. I mean, I remember Mo's staff recruited a guy named Johnny Bogle and a guy named Ben Norris. Both those guys, their freshman year, I think, got DQ'd due to concussions. So those are 2 tight ends that weren't able to play. And then you have, like they said, 1 tight end, and then they brought in Zach Bird as a transfer and then moved Lewis to tight end. You know, in an ideal roster scenario, Lewis would have redshirted. I mean, he was talented enough to make an impact, but to me, he needed to add a little bit more explosiveness, a little bit more to his frame. He did that while playing in, 10 or 11 games, didn't really get a true developmental year. So glad for him that he gets that eligibility back because he'll still go in next year as a a sophomore with 3 years left to play. So if he does make the move to defense, he's got plenty of time to learn it. If they want to keep him on offense, I still think he can get much better and contribute at tight end. I mean, I think he's a good enough player. He can make an impact either way.
Igoe, it is recruiting time. It is signing day time. Coming up next week, going to be a less than busier time than normal because of the pandemic and everything. The numbers might be down, but still a busy week coming up for you, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of scrambling going on just across the country as you got teams trying to wrap up their season while also sign a recruiting class. I do think the February period will be more important than most years just because a lot of teams are still trying to settle their board. But I mean, you look at a team like ECU, they're still trying to sign some of their top guys or convince them to sign early. You got a lot of these JUCO kids. From my conversations with them, for whatever reason, some of them want to wait till February. Some of them want to go ahead and jump on the offer now and sign. So you have that dynamic. I think the JUCO kids are taking a bit of a risk if they don't sign now because there's so many guys entering the transfer portal every single day now. Like if you're on Twitter and you Google search transfer portal, there's somebody going in every 5-10 minutes.
Respect my decision.
Yeah, I mean, so like to me, a lot of schools are going to use their available scholarships on that over a JUCO kid.
Right.
And a JUCO kid is not going to have any new film between now and the first week in February. So I don't really see them getting. There might be one or two cases where a guy gets discovered and gets some big offers, but I think a lot of them need to jump on the opportunity now, and I think that's what ECU is trying to sell to some of these guys.
Check out Hoist the Colors. Igoe does a fantastic job over there. You can subscribe to cliprock.net for 99 cents a month, and I will copy all of Igoe's material and give it to you for 99 cents a month.
That sounds...
We're running a special right now.
That sounds super legit to me.
What if I did that? Well, you couldn't sue me. What could you do?
I could sue you. I mean, you'd be stealing my content. And
I'm not stealing it. I'm paying for it. Well, technically, I'm not, but I'm VIP.
It's not how it works.
All right.
I think that would be plagiarism, even if you pay for it.
I'll change a few words, like,
okay.
Hey, folks, I'm Clip Brock, and here's what I'm hearing.
I mean, that happens a lot. You'll be surprised.
4 things I think, 2 things I know.
Somebody always wants me to write 3 things I think, 3 things I know, 3 things I have no clue about. But I type 1,600 words on just 3 things I know, 3 things I think. I don't even want to talk about what I don't know, because if I talked about what I don't know, it'd be like 5 million words.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot I do not know.
Holy ornament!
That's a new segment on my website, too. Igoe has I haven't read this yet, Igoe. I'll read that tonight when I get home, but you can check that out right now on Hoist the Colors.
First one we've run since the summer. A lot of fans they like that a lot. I like doing it when I have time. It's tough during the season, but because it's kind of like a column opinion piece, but also some factual information, a little bit of everything. So it just but a lot of recruiting content now. There's new offers kind of going out every few days and new targets emerging. We're starting to project the class. I'm still waiting on a running back to make his announcement here fairly soon. So we'll see as Sunday gets closer. But they got a big commitment last night.
ECU?
Yes.
For this class?
For 2021.
2021, sorry.
That is this class.
Oh, yeah.
For the 2021.
It's 2020, and guys will sign in December of 2020, but for the 2021.
For 2021.
Yeah. Correct. All right, let's take a time out. We'll come back.
The Broncos are in the hunt at 4-8, according to the AFC playoff picture.
Dude, I love a playoff picture. My favorite is like during a game,
right,
when it pops up. But even these are fun. Congratulations, Igoe. Your Broncos are in the hunt. I guess you want the Rams to beat the Patriots tonight.
Yeah.
That's huge.
Because the Patriots are only 2 games out of a playoff spot, and the Broncos are only 2 games behind them.
Wait, so they're 4 games out of a spot with 4 to go.
But they have the head-to-head over the Patriots. So if that scenario comes to pass, they can sneak in.
Who's Denver got this week?
They have the Panthers. And I was excited about this game in the preseason. Now I'm not.
Chandler's Panthers are mathematically alive. So this is basically a playoff game this Sunday.
Everything is on the line.
Get excited, folks. Loser leave town match. All right, we will talk Pirate Hoops. Igoe, have you looked at the games we're picking this week?
Oh, no.
I've got an ECU basketball game today. I've got a made-up line for the SMU game next Wednesday because the college basketball or football schedule this weekend is so bad. I found 3 games we can pick, but we'll pick some ECU basketball.
Let's do that.
When we return, talk Pirates and Ospreys when we return on Pirate Radio Live. Back with you after this.
Do you think you might have been exposed to COVID-19? Maybe you're planning to visit parents, family, or friends. Arc Point Labs of Greenville offers same-day COVID-19 results. No referral needed. Same-day results available. Arc Point Labs of Greenville offers easy solutions to COVID-19 testing. Arc Point Labs of Greenville is located across from Vidant Hospital on Executive Circle behind Southern Bank. Call for an appointment or walk in. Arc Point Labs of Greenville, 215-5688 or arcpointlabs.com.
Get your ice cold Bud Light Seltzer here. Even though you can't go to the game, doesn't mean the game can't be brought to you now here. Just go to budlight.com/delivery. That's budlight.com/delivery.
Give me 2 mangoes.
Coming at you. It's a little short. Ow. Sorry. You know what? I'm just going to walk them over to you.
Whenever there's a game to watch, there's a Bud Light there. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, and Bud Light Seltzer. IRC Beer in Texas, St. Louis, Missouri.
UBE and PirateWare.com have everything to fill Santa's sleigh this Christmas. Officially licensed ECU gifts and apparel, polos, outerwear, and sweats from Champion, Columbia, and Cutter & Buck. Visit the Crow's Nest for the largest selection of ECU children's apparel in the world. Be sure to follow UBE PirateWare.com on all social media platforms to stay informed on sales, events, and giveaways. UBE and PirateWare.com, making your Christmas jolly and bright for over 50 years.
This is John Gavigan with the Gavigan Agency. Our top priority is doing what is best for our members. Whether you are buying a new vehicle, a new home, protecting your family with life insurance, or filing a claim, our agency will be there every step of the way. Our goal is to become a trusted advisor for you and your family for all of your personal and commercial insurance needs. Give us a call in Greenville at 756-1400 for a car, home, business, or life insurance quote today, and give us the opportunity to show you the benefits of doing business with someone who cares.
Hey guys, 'tis the season to shop Shimmer Boutique. It is your one-stop shop for the whole family this holiday season. This is Ashley from Shimmer, and supporting local is important. That's why we have the widest range of local North Carolina clothing. Shimmer carries a great variety of men's, youth, women's clothing, and jewelry as well. Plus, we will always help you pick out your gifts and even gift wrap them for free. Let's make holiday shopping easy and fun with Shimmer Boutique located on Greenville Boulevard behind Starbucks, in Winterville besides New River Pottery, and in Jacksonville.
Over 32 years ago, the Ronald McDonald House of Eastern North Carolina opened its doors as a place to help families stay together and close to the care they need when they have a sick child. With the addition of a second Ronald McDonald House inside the Maynard Children's Hospital, our need to serve is greater than ever as the medical community flourishes. Help us expand our mission of keeping families close as we grow to meet that need. You can show your support by making a donation to the Ronald McDonald House. Visit our website today at rmhenc.org for more information. Thank you for your support.
Medicare is not one size fits all, but which plan is right for you? Hi, I'm Denise Walker, and I'm a licensed insurance agent here in North Carolina. Whether you are turning 65, new to Medicare, or already have a plan, I can help you compare your Medicare options. I can help you find a plan offering low to no monthly premiums, prescription drug coverage, and a wide range of additional benefits like dental, hearing, vision, and more. Call me today at 434-531-5674 to get a no-cost, no-obligation Medicare benefits review.
This holiday season, remember Jersey Mike's for all your catering needs. Whether it's a private party or you're just feeding the office, Jersey Mike's can take care of it all with 5 convenient locations serving the Greenville area. Jersey Mike's also has online ordering, contactless pickup, delivery, and in-store takeout. Subs, salads, wraps, and all items are sliced fresh all day, every day. Take a break and enjoy Jersey Mike's. Everybody likes Jersey Mike's. Open 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily.
This is Stephen Igoe, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by University PC Care, your local tech support experts for all your business needs. Let University PC Care take care of it so you can take care of business. Visit universitypccare.com to learn more today. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. UBE has been an ECU tradition for over 50 years. You can shop online anytime at pirateware.com. UBE has the biggest and best selection of ECU sportswear and accessories for Pirates of all ages. Every day is game day at UBE. Now let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here's your host, Clip Barat.
All right, back with you on Pirate Radio Live. Got the treasure chest opening up in just a moment. Also, we'll talk a little golf this hour. Got Greeny coming up, Igoe. Mark Greenhalgh from the Golf Shop radio show. The Women's U.S. Open going on right now, and also Harold Varner III involved in a tournament this weekend. We'll talk about that. We're talking Pirate Hoops right now. Will on Facebook Live says, spoke with Cy Seymour the other day. Sounds to me like we are locked for the tournament. What do you think our record would have to be to get an automatic bid with a 25-game schedule? Well, an automatic bid, your record could be whatever you want because you win the tournament. I think you mean a net large bid. He says 19-6. Would that be enough to get the Pirates in?
I would hope so.
Now, what would that mean? Your conference you would be
14-6, assuming that ECU wins all their non-conference.
Yeah, I mean
if you go 14-6 in the American, and I know this might be a little bit of a down year for the American, but you're probably finishing in third place at least.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, so you should be at minimum on the bubble. Now, if you go 14-6, but you have no wins over like Houston.
I was thinking about that. You lose to all the powers.
Yeah, if you come in third place and let's say Houston and Memphis, you go 0-4 against them or something like that. I mean, it's crazy we're even having this conversation.
I know. It was a question on Facebook. We're definitely getting ahead of ourselves.
Yeah, I mean, I think 14-6. If you go 19-6, you're probably sitting pretty. I mean, I think you're in.
All right, Will. There's the record we're looking for this year. Right now, we're trying to get to 5-0. North Florida today, Stephen. Apparently, they like to get up and down. They like to shoot threes. Could be a similar game to Monday, where ECU was the aggressor in the first half, and haven't seen that team shoot like that. We haven't seen this group shoot like that ever, have we? Like they did on Monday.
No, I mean, they really haven't. The Tulane game at home last year was the one game where they shot really well. I think J.J. Miles went 7 of 9 from 3 that game. You have some guys on this team that are really streaky shooters, particularly J.J. and Tristan Newton. It seems like when they hit their first or second 3, they usually have a big night. Otherwise, they might go, 0 for 4, 1 for 6, something like that. But definitely good to see so many guys just hit threes and get the confidence, because I think this non-conference is all about confidence. I mean, I think for the first time in a while, ECU has, and even last year they had an American level talent team in terms of athleticism and upside, but they just didn't know how to play together. I think this year we're seeing kind of all that talent come together, and they're playing with confidence. I mean, Baruti, Jackson, Tremont, they look more like what we expected coming out of junior college because they're now comfortable and they're confident. And so I think that's just the good thing to see is them starting well, getting that confidence up, because they're going to need it going into conference play when they start to face teams more similar to them.
Jaden Gardner, when it's money time, he's your guy. He did his damage there in overtime as the Pirates were able to get the win on Monday. And you just hope that they can string together some games where they hit shots from the outside. It's going to open up things so much more for him, because as you've seen them play live this year, how much attention is Gardner getting from opposing defenses?
I mean, a ton. I mean, that's what you expect. On the scouting report, number one thing is Jaden Gardner, and it's going to be that way every week. Even if ECU shoots 40% as a team, which they're not going to do from 3, the number one thing will always be, how do we slow down Jaden Gardner? Because no team wants to just let him take over a game. And UNCW did that. I mean, they put 2 to 3. They had a guy fronting, and they had somebody coming from the back if ECU threw it down to him. So they effectively had 2 or 3 guys on him at all time. That's why you saw so many open threes against UNCW the other day, because they were taking away Jaden. And for the few times we've seen ECU stepped up and hit those threes, and that was a big reason why they were able to have such good offensive success. And obviously, when Jaden went out of the game, UNCW did some different things defensively in the second half when he was back in, but they're not a great defensive team, so you still got a lot of open threes as opposed to past outings. So I want to see them when they get into conference play and face some better defensive teams. If they go out and shoot 35% consistently from three, they're going to be in good shape. I want to see it done more consistently.
You think if Dooley, had his wish, what is East Carolina? Are they an up and down team, get out in transition? Are they slow it down, feed Jaden, and work inside out? Well, what do you think? If he could choose how to operate and how to win ball games, what would he choose?
Well, I think he's always had a style of team that is up and down, and really kind of balanced, but definitely excels in transition. I mean, you look at this team; they are good in transition. I mean, when they get out and run, they usually finish. Suggs is good at that. Tremont's good in transition. Jaden's really good in transition for a big guy. So when they get a transition opportunity, they usually take advantage, and I think that's a big part of his philosophy. He's always been a really good defensive coach. His teams are not top of the NCAA historically defensively, but definitely in the top half and very respectable and good from a field goal shooting defense perspective. And I think he's not really the type to want to slow it down and plod along. But if they face like a Memphis and you have to kind of play that style to combat them, he's shown that he's not afraid to do it and feed off Jaden.
You mentioned Brandon Suggs. I really liked what Suggs did on Monday. I feel like he's close to being a really good, borderline great player. Like he can,
Brandon, yeah,
he can shoot, and he'll hit an outside shot every now and then. He can drive to the basket. He's a good finisher, like you said.
Good free throw shooter.
Good defender.
Good defender.
I mean, like he does everything pretty good, right?
He's just not great at one thing.
Right.
That's the thing. I mean, yeah. I feel like in this year he hasn't finished. He's gotten a lot of layups that he's kind of just missed. And last year he was really good at finishing near the rim. And so I think if he can get back to that, you'll see his scoring totals go up. But no, he's just a solid player, man. I think he's extremely dependable. He doesn't get like 30-plus minutes most nights. He's usually in that 20-25 range. He's usually around that 8 to 10-point range, 5-6 rebounds, 3-4 assists, minimal turnovers. Like he's just a really good, solid piece.
Stat sheet stuffer.
Yeah,
he'll stuff the box score there. So
and like you said the other day, that three he hit, they kind of sparked the comeback when it was looking dire. That was a huge bucket, and so I don't think there's a more underrated player for sure on ECU than Brandon Suggs.
All right, let's talk about today's outcome, Igoe. As I have put today's basketball game and next Wednesday's basketball game on our pick'em sheet. Last week I went 4-1, and you went 1-4.
I think I watched like 2 plays of college football last Saturday, so I don't even know what I picked.
Chandler, can you grab that top sheet over there? It should be a bunch of scribbling and picks from last week because I do want to see what we did, and go over that briefly since I finally had a good week. So I had Coastal. You had BYU.
Oh yeah, I was way off.
I can't believe I picked Coastal.
That was the only game I watched.
Bama Lama, we both had them. That was a win. I had Louisiana, App State. That was a weird one. Tulsa only won by like 3 or something against Navy.
Yeah,
we both had like, Tulsa.
What, 10-7 or 10-6, something like that.
And then you took Bo Nix. I didn't. Auburn.
I mean, it was looking good for a while.
A&M. That was last week. Now we are tied in the standings. We're 33-36 against the spread. Still an opportunity to finish above 500 this year, Igoe.
So this is our last go?
Well, no, you still got football next week, and conference championship games are next week.
And bowl games.
And if we're still like below 500, we'll pick bowl games until we get to 500.
That works.
Boston College opted out of their bowl. I think that's going to be a trend.
Yeah,
coming up soon.
I just don't see much benefit. I mean, the part of the going to bowls, not to get on a giant rant here, but part of the going to bowls is the experience, taking in the city, doing some stuff around the bowls. Like, what's the point of traveling if you're just going to sit in your hotel, go straight to the game, play a meaningless game, and then leave?
Yeah, I'm with you.
Outside of TV dollars.
Not only is ECU winning in basketball, they are covering, Igoe.
They are.
And even if they have to go to overtime to win by 10, they get the cover against Wilmington. 14-point favorites today, Stephen. I've been fading ECU. In fact, I did the Fade Clip Brock's teams teaser on Monday. I had UNCW plus 11.5 and the Pittsburgh Steelers minus 0.5 point.
Nice.
I won the first one, lost the second one because my Washington football team decided to win that game. And I had Radford, I'll be honest. In fact, I had them plus 12.5 and ECU won by 13.
So Vegas has been pretty dang good somehow. Picking ECU basketball.
I got, this is telling me I got to stop going against the Pirates, I think. So, can they win this by 15?
Absolutely.
They can win by 15. I'll take ECU.
I'm going to take North Florida. I think
you suckered me into that one.
I think this is going to be a high-scoring game. I could see ECU winning like 81-65 and covering. But
Jeff Nadu likes the over, and I was reluctant to ride with him on Monday, but I didn't know ECU was going to shoot like that. It's at 148. What score did you say?
I said 81-65. That would be what, 2 points shy of that?
Yeah, right around at 146.
So I think it depends. A lot of it depends on how much North Florida scores.
Yeah.
I mean, we know they shoot a lot of threes. I think they'll stay in it, and I guess North Florida. I'll take North Florida to cover.
All right, we can change this made-up line if you'd like. I said SMU minus 12 against ECU. Is that a fair line for Wednesday, or do you think it's too high, too low?
I think it's going to be more SMU minus like 9.5, 8.5. I feel like Vegas really likes ECU basketball.
Yeah. Let's split the difference and just say 10.
Yeah, that's fair.
How about that? SMU minus 10 against ECU on Wednesday.
I'm going ECU. I think SMU wins a close one. I think it's going to be a tight game. ECU plays much better defense, but SMU is explosive offensively.
All right, I'm going to go the opposite of this one with you, and I will take SMU to win by 12. All right, Army, Navy, and this one is at Army, and Army is a 7-point favorite on Saturday. Let's see. Matalolo. I will take Navy plus 7.
Navy just can't score this year. I mean, they have looked just brutal offensively. Their defense has been excellent these last few weeks, but it doesn't really matter because they can't score, and they keep rotating quarterbacks, and they haven't found an answer there. I think Army is the better team, and I like Army.
Okay. Houston is a 5-point by the way, I hope these games are played. Houston is a 5-point favorite against Memphis. I feel like this game's going to go on because Dana wants a game for next Saturday. Did you see that? Where he's like, hey, if anybody's looking for a game on the 19th, we'll play. Houston, I got to be honest, ECU has not played these teams, so I've not paid attention to these teams a lot this year.
Memphis played poorly against Tulane last week and lost by a couple of touchdowns. I think Memphis has fallen a bit this year.
I've heard enough. I'll take Houston at home.
But I'm going to take Memphis to cover in a close one.
All right. You like to give me that curveball. Miami, a 3-point favorite against North Carolina. I might just take the over here and not worry about the line. But the line is Miami minus 3.
I don't feel comfortable with either of these teams. I do
Canes at home.
100% like the over. I feel like there will be no defense played in this game.
I think it's in the upper 60s.
For sure.
I could see 70 on the board.
Miami.
All right. We are both on the U. Igoe will have a recap. He'll be working tonight until, what'd you say, 8:30? 8:30. He'll have a late dinner.
Yep.
And that'll get your Friday started off to a bad start because you're eating so late on Thursday.
That's right. Yeah. It's going to just
what a miserable life.
It's going to linger into the weekend, and my weekend's going to be ruined because I'm going to have to watch no good college football, whatever this is. Like, we're picking these crappy games.
Then you got a crap fest between the Panthers and Broncos.
Yeah.
Like, your 5-day outlook is not great.
It's not looking good. And, yep, it stinks.
But we'll talk to you on Tuesday here on the show. Did you know there's an NFL game tonight?
Patriots, right?
Yeah. Bit off the radar, but Patriots-Rams. Could be a decent game.
Yeah, it could be decent.
We'll see what Patriots team
Need a Rams dub.
That's right. Oh, yeah, we talked about that a moment ago because the Broncos are in the hunt. All right, Igoe, thanks for hanging out.
Thanks for having me.
Enjoy Minji's Coliseum. Shirley, let's open up the phone lines right now, and let's make somebody a winner inside the Pirate Radio treasure chest. What caller do you want to do today? Igoe says caller 1, but Shirley makes the decision.
We can't do caller 1.
Do that? Okay.
Let's do caller number 15.
Caller number 15 is a winner out of the Pirate Radio treasure chest. We'll open it up now. We'll open it back up in hour number 3 of today's show. 317-1250. If you're caller 15, you are a winner. We're back with more after this.
For the latest from the world of golf, tune in every Saturday morning from 8 to 10 for the Golf Shop Radio Show, presented by GolfKnickers.com, the world's leader in traditional golf apparel. Hosts Mark Greenhalgh and Matt Blanchard talk golf from tee to green and everything in between. If you like golf, you're going to love Golf Shop Radio. Before you tee up, drop on in. Welcome to the Golf Shop.
At Tiebreakers, we admit we have a bit of a problem. People love our wings so much that they're starting to sell their home TVs just so they can watch all the sporting events here at Tiebreakers. Seriously, we're glad you love our hand-breaded, hand-cut boneless wings that much, but we really need you to go home at the end of the night. It's okay, we'll be here tomorrow, and when you come back, bring a friend with you. For great food, great friends, and cold beer, we'll see you at Tiebreakers. Tiebreakers, break the chain, eat local.
Do you think you might have been exposed to COVID-19? Maybe you're planning to visit parents, family, or friends. Arc Point Labs of Greenville offers same-day COVID-19 results. No referral needed. Same-day results available. Arc Point Labs of Greenville offers easy solutions to COVID-19 testing. Arc Point Labs of Greenville is located across from Vidant Hospital on Executive Circle behind Southern Bank. Call for an appointment or walk in. Arc Point Labs of Greenville, 215-5688 or arcpointlabs.com.
Hidden phone trade-ins, hidden plan requirements, hidden catches. You won't find any of those at US Cellular because we do things differently. And that means you can get the Samsung Galaxy S20 FE or Google Pixel 5 for free with no hidden requirements all season long. US Cellular. Upgrade to fair. Terms and conditions apply. See store uscellular.com for details.
Does the idea of going to your local U.S. Cellular store make you feel a bit uncomfortable? Tired of the hassle of waiting and wearing a mask? Let Toby Williams and his outside sales team take away that worry. They will come right to your home or office and drop your phone off on the porch or at the front desk for you. Saving you time and worry is what the team at Cellular Warehouse is all about. Call Toby today at 252-799-7051 and let them help you with all of your wireless needs. Cellular Warehouse, your local U.S. Cellular authorized agent.
This is Stephen Igoe, publisher of HoistTheColors.net. Recruiting is the lifeblood of any college sports program, and no one devotes more coverage to the future of ECU athletics than Hoist the Colors. Want to know who's going to be the next Holton Ahlers or Jaden Gardner? We've got all the inside scoop on the Pirates' most talented recruits and top targets 24/7. Sign up now and get your first month of coverage for a single $1. HoistTheColors.net, the most reliable reporting on ECU athletics.
North Carolina state parks are now open for visitors. Parks should be used for exercise, fresh air, getting out in nature, or a day trip as the state safely reopens. Visitors should enjoy themselves, but please remember the 3 W's. Wear face coverings, wait 6 feet apart, and wash your hands often. Focus on moving through the park, keep social distancing in mind, and avoid large groups. While most facilities and activities will be open, please contact any state park before your visit with questions or visit ncparks.gov/open.
Turkey, ham, bacon, these and other meats are great around the holidays and every other day, but they all leave behind grease when you cook them, and grease is a real pain in the drain. When you pour grease down a drain, it cools and can clog sewer lines. That can lead to sewer spills, which are messy, bad for the environment, and can also be expensive. Never pour grease down the drain. Instead, collect it in a container like a used soup can or jar. Let it cool and throw it away in the trash. Together, we can protect our sewer system and the environment. For more information, go to GUC.com.
Hi, this is Phil Steele of Phil Steele's College Football Preview Magazine, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by University PC Care, your local tech support experts for all your business needs. Let University PC Care take care of it so you can take care of business. Visit universitypccare.com to learn more today. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Domino's of Greenville has 3 locations to take care of you. Take advantage of the week-long carry-out deal of all 3 topping pizzas for only $7.99. Order online today at Domino's.com. Now let's head back into Pirate Radio Live. Here's your host, Clip Brock.
Alrighty, welcome back to Pirate Radio Live on a Thursday. We opened up the Pirate Radio Treasure Chest. We'll do it again coming up in the 5 o'clock hour. So if you have not won yet, try again at 5 o'clock. We got Mark Greenhalgh joining us, Greenie, on the Fixed NC Live line. We'll get to him in just a moment. But first, let's talk to our Treasure Chest winner. And today, that winner is Russ Carson. Hello, Russ.
Hey, Cliff, how you doing?
Doing great. I hope you are as well, Russ. Congratulations on your victory. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I work at Greenhalgh Utilities. I manage the control room there, so anybody has a power outage, gas leak, water leak, they're going to call some of my people, and we'll get out there and respond quick as we can.
Good deal. Thanks for keeping the power on for us, Russ. That's great.
No problem.
Russ, have you ever won out of the treasure chest?
No, this is actually the first year I've even able to be one of the callers. So I always get a busy signal.
Good deal. All right, we got a first-timer, Shirley. Real quick, going to run down the prizes?
Sure.
All right, let's do it, Shirley. I'll begin with 12 large pizzas from Domino's of Greenville.
1 free year VIP subscription to Hoist the Colors.
Tailgate party for 10 for Parker's Barbecue.
$100 gift card from Familia.
$50 gift card to Pirates Cove Car Wash and $50 gift card to Javelin Express Lube.
$100 gift card from Chico's.
$100 gift card to the Warrior Zone.
$100 gift card to Greenville Pool.
$100 gift card to AJ McMurphy's.
$100 gift card to the Team Store from the Down East Wood Ducks.
$100 gift card from the Shine Factory.
$250 gift card to Bostic Sugg Furniture.
$100 gift card to Jersey Mike's.
$100 gift card to Atavola.
$100 gift card to Bowen Cleaners. Those are the prizes left inside the treasure chest. Russ, anything talking to you there? Anything you really want?
Either the Hoist the Colors or the Boston Sugg gift card.
All right. He's got 2 on his wish list, Shirley. Let's see if he can call his shot as Shirley will pull a number out of the pirate mug.
All right. Got a number.
The anticipation.
24.
Number 24, and this is a goodie, a $100 gift card to Jersey Mike's.
Oh, yeah. I'll take that.
Yes, sir. A sub above. You'll enjoy a lot of subs above, Russ. Congratulations. And thanks for listening to Pirate Radio, and Ellerby will contact you and find out how you can redeem your prize.
Okay, sounds good.
Awesome. All right, Russ, have a good one. Thank you.
Oh, you too.
All right, there is Russ Carson, winner number 1 today on the show. We'll have another winner coming up in hour 3. All right, let's head right back out to the Fixed NC Live line and talk to Mark Greenhalgh, a.k.a. Greenie, joining us on the program from the Golf Shop Radio Show, heard every Saturday here on Pirate Radio from 8 a.m. to 10. Mark, how you doing today?
I'm doing good. I'd be doing better if Russ would get me a turkey sub.
Well, we had Mark on the line. If we got our lines crossed, you could have been our winner there, Mark. But we'll let Russ redeem that prize. It's actually, Mark, and I'm going to let you educate me and the listeners on this. Pretty big weekend for golf, right? Because you have the Women's U.S. Open going on right now.
Yeah, that's right. With pandemic status going on still, one of their majors got moved to, I tell you what, they played last week in Texas, and it was frigid and miserable. And you look at the coverage today, and a lot of them are wearing shorts. So the weather has certainly flipped for them, and not so bad right now. So hopefully that weather, I know they've moved the tee times up tomorrow. Now, they're playing 2 courses down there, which is very unusual for a U.S. Open. I remember the last time that has happened. But because of the field size that they have and the lack of daylight, they went to 2 courses at that facility at Champions Club. And tomorrow they're going to move the tee times up and send people off of 1 and 10 to make sure that they have every opportunity to get that in with the weather that's coming. So, but big time event for them.
Mark, who's a favorite or 2 you're looking at this weekend?
man, it's always interesting to see who you go with in an event like this and what you're going to get. I mean, you look at people that make lots of birdies sometimes, but then you got to look at some others that maybe play a little bit more consistent. And it's playing long, and it's a long golf course. So you kind of maybe have to start looking at those that are bombers out there, and you kind of see a little bit of that right now. I mean, Brittany Lincecum is a former long driver, and she's right up there at the top of the leaderboard. I mean, Lexi Thompson's a long hitter. The Quarter sisters are both long hitters. So that's kind of where you would look. But at the same time, you look at some of your cream of the crop, and somebody like Danielle Kang or Megan Kang and those players, and they're the ones that have had a little bit more consistency in some major championships. Brooke Henderson's won major championships before. So, man, it's wide open. This is a course that not a lot of people have probably played before. Stacey Lewis, this is her home course, so you got to think that she's a favorite as well.
Talking to Greenie from the Golf Shop radio show, which you can hear on Pirate Radio on Saturday mornings, and another one coming up. We'll preview that show in a moment. But another event going on this weekend, Mark, and I saw this. Our guy, Harold Varner III, will be in action coming up Friday through Sunday in the QBE Shootout, and he is paired with Ryan Palmer. Tell me about this event, Mark. It's a duo deal, and I believe you have, 12 teams of 2 participating in this. Tell us about this tournament.
Yeah, this is a fun event. I mean, if you want to see the low numbers, this is one of the ones that you want to tune into. Whether they're playing best ball or they're kind of playing a scramble format. I mean, last year, Kevin Tway and Rory Sabatini went minus 31 for 3 rounds.
Yikes.
I mean, 57 55. I mean, HV3 and Ryan Palmer dropped to 55 in the first round last year. So, I mean, there's some low numbers that are going to be had out there. And, unfortunately, this is the only kind of silly season event that we're going to get other than maybe the PNC Father-Son Challenge coming up. But this is really kind of the only fun event that we're going to get in this off season until we kick back up, in the first full week in January when we head back over to Hawaii and we run the Century Tournament of Champions. So, if you need to get your golf fix on the PGA Tour, this is your last chance for about a month.
Yeah, HV3 and Palmer are going to tee off at 9:30 coming up on Friday. So I know a lot of folks around here will be tuned in to that. Mark, what do you guys have planned for Saturday on the Golf Shop radio show?
Well, we're going to go down to Houston in the Women's Open with our contact from the USGA, Julia Pine. So she'll kind of give us a boots on the ground feeling of what's going on, and hopefully it's not a weather-impacted report that she gives us down there, but maybe more of a what to expect and what we feel like is going to happen. I mean, when we talked to the head golf professional down there at Champions Club, I mean, he was pretty sure that 4 or 5 under would be the winning score come Sunday afternoon. So we'll find out how that's holding up. We're also going to head down to Kiawah Island and talk to our director of golf down there, Brian Gerard, find out what's going on down there, and you know what? We'll talk to our man Bill Bender of the Sporting News and find out. Is the Big Ten really trying to do their best to get Ohio State in the national championship game?
Yeah, that's another topic that is certainly out there. Mark, appreciate your time here on Pirate Radio Live, and we'll be tuned in to you coming up Saturday on the Golf Shop Radio Show right here on Pirate Radio.
Thanks, bud. We'll talk to you later.
All right, there is Greenie joining us on the Fixed NC live line, getting you ready for a little golf action. And, pretty big weekend with the Women's U.S. Open and also that QBE Shootout. I'm kind of intrigued by this. You got the pairs, HV3 is involved, and Mark talked about how well he and Palmer did on day one last year. We shall see Tway and Sabatini in this event as well. They're teeing off at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. I see Bubba Watson, Louis Oosthuizen are a team teeing off at 10 o'clock. So if you're a golf fan, something to keep an eye on this weekend. Let's take a time out. We'll come back. We'll wrap up hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live and get you set for hour 3 of the show, where we will open up once again the Pirate Radio Treasure Chest. We're back with more after this.
Banking is banking until service is not the same. This is Eric Clark from Select Bank and Trust, and this year has been unusual, but we have continued to focus on what has always been important to us, our customers. When businesses needed access to the Paycheck Protection Program, our team of local bankers worked around the clock to successfully keep our customers open and their employees working. Wouldn't you like to deal with a bank that is responsive to your needs, can make local decisions, and cares about you, the customer? We are Select Bank and Trust. Bank local, bank select.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hey Pirate fans, this is Cliff Godwin. Baseball is back at Clark LeClaire Stadium. We will be hosting several youth camps over the next couple months. All camps will be at Clark LeClaire Stadium, and all camps are open to participants between the ages of 7 and 13. Make sure to check out our camp website at cliffgodwinbaseballcamp.com for all camp details and registration information. And of course, go Pirates!
With rates being historically low, now is the best time to buy or refinance your home. This is Talbot Green with Angel Oak Home Loans. Now is the time to take advantage of the opportunity to buy more home or refinance your current mortgage. The combination of our local team's experience and Angel Oak's wide offerings of products from standard conventional, government, and portfolio loans has something for most financial situations. For more information, call Talbot Green, Joanne Weir, or Wanda Hager at 751-2060.
NMLS 1719250 and 685-842. Equal Housing Lender. The holiday season is upon us, and have you been naughty or nice this season? Well, it doesn't matter at the Naughty Life, because no matter who you are, you can find the perfect gift for anyone. This holiday season, stroll the new and improved streets of downtown Washington. Be sure to visit the Naughty Life for the latest Yeti products, signs, clothing, home decor, and many other unique gift items. Plus, their gift wrapping is fantastic, and my favorite, it's free. The Naughty Life on Main Street in downtown Washington.
Hey, this is Jay from Villa Verde. Did you know that Villa Verde opened up its second location? Yes, it's Villa Verde Dos on Arlington Boulevard across the hospital. This new location is a fast, casual environment where you can make your own bowls for only $9.95. Choose from our fresh ingredients from our toppings bars or enjoy an amazing rotisserie chicken. We promise you can be in and out in less than 15 minutes. For a quick, healthy meal at an affordable price, visit us at Villa Verde Dos on Arlington Boulevard. Villa Verde, a platform for good.
Bostic Sugg Furniture is overstacked and overstocked. Overflowing inventory means clear out prices. Hurry in and take advantage of the biggest and best deals throughout our showroom. Save up to 20% off the best furniture brands: Lazy Boy, Bassett, Kincaid, Rowe, and Restonic mattresses. Plus, just for this sale, 12 months special financing or choose 48 months special financing. There's savings on top of savings. We're overstacked and overstocked, and that means big savings for you at Bostic Sugg Furniture.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is proud ECU graduate and former baseball player Brandon Manning inviting you to join my team at Farm Bureau Insurance. Right now, during hurricane season, is a good time to review your coverage with a local trusted agent like me. I will make myself available before or after business hours, and my clients always have my cell phone number if they need anything. From home, auto, or life, give me a call today and let's talk about your insurance coverage and about the Pirates. Call 531-1812 and go Pirates!
There's no better time to drive away with a quality pre-owned car, truck, or SUV from Greenville Auto World. Greenville Auto World is your authorized rough country dealer. We specialize in lift and leveling kits along with custom wheel packages. Whether you're looking for ground clearance or enhancing the appearance of your vehicle, trust our team for your off-road experience. Greenville Auto World, 3840 South Charles Boulevard across from Hardee's at Bells Fork, or greenvilleautoworld.net.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by University PC Care, your local tech support experts for all your business needs. Let University PC Care take care of it so you can take care of business. Visit universitypccare.com to learn more today. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Hey, the Pirate Radio podcast is back at 6 o'clock tonight as Ellerby goes one-on-one with Sam Jones talking about his book that documents his family history of serving Eastern North Carolina barbecue since 1947. Tune in tonight to the Pirate Radio podcast at 6 o'clock on 92.7 FM in Greenville, 104.1 FM in Washington, and of course online at pr927fm.com. Also, be sure to subscribe to our podcasts in your Apple Store. Now let's head back into Pirate Radio Live. Here's your host, Clip Brock.
Alrighty. Thank you, Shirley Rhodes. Wrapping up hour 2. Just had a winner out of the Pirate Radio treasure chest. We told you the prizes that are left. Let's told you what's been won out of the treasure chest and go down the winners list. Pirate Al, Alan Powell, won the Bud Light ECU Cornhole board set with 2 cases of Bud Light. Redbeard took on the Bud Light ECU Beer Pong tailgating table set with 2 cases of Bud Light. Matt Hager won the Bud Light ECU cooler and 2 cases of Bud Light. Jim Dillon was a winner of a $100 Visa gift card from Sparky Snowballs. Heather Chrisman won the gift basket from UBE. Susan Deans won the $100 gift card from Emporium. Steve Hill won the $100 gift card to Clean Eats. A $100 gift card to Shimmer Boutique went to Nikki Stroud. A gift basket from Naughty Life went to Jackie Hutcherson, who picked up her prize.
And brought us some prizes.
And brought us some fantastic cookies that Shirley and Chandler have been enjoying and that I plan to enjoy in the near future. So they're very good, right, Shirley?
Yes, they are very good. But you need to eat some, because if you don't, then I'm going to eat more, and I really don't need to be doing that.
All right, I'll help you out with that. Okay. We do not require you bring us something when you pick up your gift, but, if you do,
it's
you do.
welcomed. We're not going to turn it down.
Exactly. $100 gift card to Jack Brown's went to Josh Lilly. A gift basket to Naughty Dog Brewing Company went to Jason Beasley. Russ Carson just won the $100 gift card to Jersey Mike's. Karen Gagnon won the $100 gift card to Play It Again Sports. And Josh Thomas won the $100 gift card to Tiebreakers. So we've given out a lot of prizes, and man, we got a whole lot to go throughout December here on Pirate Radio Live as we open up the treasure chest. We'll do it once again coming up in hour 3. About to tip things off in Minges Coliseum. We'll keep you up to date on what's going on between the Pirates and North Florida as ECU trying to get to 5-0 on the year. Scott said he should get a gift for being a listener for 5 years. Well,
I've been a listener for 17, so.
Do we give out, maybe we'll give him a honorary Lifetime Achievement Award or something like that.
A high five, maybe?
High five.
High five.
That'd be nice. A
high five.
A virtual high five going your way, Scott, all the way up to Maryland. We'll give you that for sure. All right, let's wrap up this hour, Shirley. We will come back. Troy D will join us. We've got a treasure chest winner that we'll have in hour 3 and more on the way when we return on Pirate Radio Live on a Thursday. Back with you after this.
Emporium presents A Very Beer Christmas.
'Tis the season to be drinking, fa la 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 la. Jingle beers, jingle all the way. Rocking around the Christmas beer, have a happy holiday.
Give the gift of beer this holiday season. Emporium is offering a special 12 Beers of Christmas box, perfect for any craft beer lover on your list. And the Emporium gift card is always a winner. Christmas cheer awaits you today at Emporium on Dickinson Avenue and on Facebook and Instagram.
UBE and PirateWare.com have everything to fill Santa's sleigh this Christmas. Officially licensed ECU gifts and apparel, polos, outerwear, and sweats from Champion, Columbia, and Cutter & Buck. Visit the Crow's Nest for the largest selection of ECU children's apparel in the world. Be sure to follow UBE PirateWare.com on all social media platforms to stay informed on sales, events, and giveaways. UBE and PirateWare.com, making your Christmas jolly and bright for over 50 years.
Ahoy, mateys! To keep those cars clean, you need the Pirates Cove Fast Pass.
The new Pirates Cove Car Wash and Haviland Express Lube on Glen Burnie Road in New Bern is now open. Pirates Cove in New Bern is offering Fast Passes for $9.99 for new Fast Pass customers. You can visit us in Greenville on Fire Tower Road, Memorial Drive, and on East 10th Street. And have you heard? Pirates Cove on Fire Tower Road is now offering interior cleaning.
So we have you surrounded. Pirates Cove, the official car wash partner of ECU Athletics.
Sorry, buddy. We're closed.
Ho, ho, ho!
Holy ornaments! It's Santa!
Son of a nutcracker. It's St. Nick.
Kris Kringle, what it do?
Are you guys closed?
Yeah, dude, but you are Santa.
Right now, I just want to grab some brews. Rudolph loves ciders, but Donner and Blitzen are huge IPA guys. Prancer's down with stouts and porters, and Common just likes a good lager.
Santa, we got all of that.
Nice, load it up. We gotta roll.
Dude, Santa, it's Christmas Eve. You're not gonna have a beer with us?
Man, I gotta drive.
Santa, the reindeer drive the sleigh.
And I drive the reindeer. Jack Brown's, 805 Dickinson Avenue, Greenville.
If you are push mowing your yard using an inefficient lawn tractor or your current zero-turn spends more time in the shop than mowing your grass, it's time you look at a Hustler zero-turn lawnmower. Residential mowers from Hustler are built like tanks and drive like sports cars. All Hustler mowers have fabricated, welded steel decks. Don't settle on cheap units with flimsy stamped decks from big box stores. Come see Ron Ayers Motorsports. It will guide you to the right mower for your property and your budget. Find us at Ron Ayers Motorsports, Highway 11 north of the airport in Greenville.
East Coast Grading and Utilities is your source for clearing, hauling dirt, and concrete work. East Coast Grading and Utilities handles all sewer and water issues as well.
I'm David Vaughn. Whether putting in a new subdivision or helping you with any and all of your drainage problems, I can get the job done. Call me at 531-7494.
No job is too big or too small. East Coast Grading and Utilities. Friends helping friends. 531-7494 for East Coast Grading and Utilities.
Get your sports weekend started at Familia. Every Thursday, Familia has $2 drafts all day. Stop by with your friends and family for some New York-style pizza and have an ice-cold $2 draft. Sunday brunch is the best for food and family. Come and enjoy favorites like shrimp and grits, made-to-order omelets, French toast, and drink specials like $3 mimosas, beer mimosas, or $5 Bloody Marys. Familia, Fire Tower Road near Pitt Community College, and FamiliaNC.com.
Your CBD store in Greenville has the highest quality CBD products in the country. Your CBD store is the first and only brand that carries USDA certified organic products such as gummies, honey sticks, and high absorption water soluble liquids, which are all made in the United States. They even offer products for your pet. The educated staff will help you answer any questions, and you can stop in anytime to get a free sample. Your CBD store, locally owned and operated, open Monday through Saturday, 10 to 6, right beside Duck Donuts in Greenville.
Pirate Radio.
And you write that down, because when you're at East Carolina, you go for it every time. Or you don't coach at East Carolina, you don't come to East Carolina, you don't play at East Carolina with a weak heart. Write it!
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. University PC Care is proud to support Greenville Fire Rescue this year in their annual Operation Santa Claus Toy Drive. Stop by their Fire Tower Road location over the next 2 weeks to drop off new unwrapped toys. University PC Care will honor $20 off any service for customers dropping off toys, and they'll donate an additional unwrapped toy for every toy donated. Any questions or for iPhone or computer support, call 558-1280 or go online at universitypccare.com. Now let's head back into Pirate Radio Live. Here's your host, Clip Brock.
Shirley, what would constitute as a Troy drive?
When he doesn't park correctly and I have to be all cockeyed in my own parking space back there in the back.
You know what's funny? I was thinking about doing Troy's Toy Drive this year. Could you say that 5 times really fast, Shirley?
Troy's Toy Drive. Nope, can't do it.
Say it one time really slow.
Troy.
Don't miss Troy's Toy Drive.
Troy D is here. Hello, Troy.
Good to see you guys. How are you?
Welcome
Glad
back.
to be back.
Bringing the energy.
I'm trying to.
Hour 3, I
it's
like
a little warm. It wasn't so cold today.
Yeah.
It got up to about 60, it felt like, so I think, according to my thermometer in my car.
Yeah, it was a nicer day.
Yeah, so, lifted my spirits a little bit here, Clip.
We will lift.
And Thursday is like the new Friday.
Okay.
And by the way, this is your last chance before you have to break curfew.
Oh, that's right.
Your curfew's going down starting tomorrow. So everybody, if you will get crazy and stay out till 11 o'clock tonight, this is your last chance, people.
That's true.
Consider yourself warned. Because you ain't going to get a beer after 9 o'clock starting Friday.
You partying tonight?
I might have to go out just to say I was there before the great quarantine of 2020 began again.
Ah, dear. All right.
What are you
Well, it
doing
didn't
tonight?
work with my parents, so I figured
True, I know.
I'll do whatever I
Yeah.
want to do.
I got something funny to show y'all later about that, but I don't know if it's appropriate for on the air.
All right.
What are y'all doing tonight?
I'm going home. I actually did my pre-quarantine partying last night, sports trivia at AJ's.
How was that? I saw some of your tweets about that.
It was fantastic. We had a good crowd. Yeah. A lot of fun.
I guess you can still do it. Are you going to have to move up the time?
Yeah. We're going to start next week at 7:30.
Yeah. Oh,
so.
you know what? I might be able to swing by.
All right.
Yeah.
It's only the 42nd time you've said that. I think
been
you've
there
been
before.
I think you've been once.
Yeah. I have been before.
About 4 years ago, maybe. All right. We'll make somebody a winner this hour, Troy D. Do you want to be like Russ Carson and win a $100 gift card to Jersey Mike's? Well, he just won about 30 minutes ago. We'll make somebody else a winner coming up this hour. And I have a story, Troy, that I wanted to bring up Monday when Mike Houston was here because it's you. It's a Troy D story. And I forgot to do it that day, so I've been holding on to it all week to talk to you about it today on Pirate Radio Live.
When you say it's a Troy D story,
it does not involve Troy D.
It's a story like I would tell.
Something Troy D is interested in
that
you've said in the past.
All right.
That I want to discuss on today's edition.
You've piqued my interest.
All right. So we got that and more on the way on Pirate Radio Live. We're back with you hour 3 after this.
Hi, this is Luke Kuechly. Last season, I was captain on defense. This season, since so many of us will be watching football from home, I'm football watching with Pepsi. And you know me, I pour everything I've got into it. All right, football watchers, let's do this. Opening click-offs. Here we go. Click on, click off. Click on, click off. Stretch that thumb. You can't have finger fatigue bringing you down in the postseason. Nice job. And my favorite, second half sip-offs. Pepsi's up, lift, pull, open. Ice cold Pepsi and watching football. Nothing better.
It's not game day without a delicious, refreshing Pepsi, the official soft drink of the National Football League. Head to your nearest retailer, grab your Pepsi before kickoff, then sit back, relax, and cheer on your favorite team. Pepsi, made for football watching.
Warren's Hot Dog Pizza, homemade lemonade.
Hey, Pirate Nation, Warren's Hot Dogs, 2 locations are open for business in Greenville and Chocowinity. Both locations have drive-through windows, so stop by today for hot dogs, pizzas, subs, apple and peach turnovers, homemade lemonade, and breakfast in Chocowinity, featuring homemade cheese, ham, and chicken biscuits, plus sausage dogs and more. Warren's in Greenville, across from Ron Ayers Motorsports, and in Chocowinity next to the fire department. Warren's Hot Dogs. Want some? Get some.
It's the season for warmer clothes, hot apple cider, and changing leaves. But what doesn't change and what won't change is our commitment to your complete satisfaction each and every time you visit our dealership. Phelps Chevrolet in Greenville. Complete customer satisfaction isn't just a seasonal thing, it's delivered every day. That's why we are the place to find your next truck or SUV. Come in and get you one. Phelps Chevrolet. Visit today or see us on the web.
At Parker's Barbecue, our family has been serving your family for 3 generations.
For that, we say thank you. Blessing families every Thursday. Kids eat free all day. That's the Parker's way.
Legendary food served from our 3 locations. Always quick, always delicious. That's the Parker's way.
At Parker's, our mission is to impact our customers through Christ-like service in a way that feeds them both physically and spiritually. That is the Parker's way.
This holiday season, get the perfect stocking stuffer from our friends at Sawyer's Fun Park. If you purchase a Sawyer's gift card now, they'll add bonus bucks to it. Here's how it works. Buy a $20 card, get $10 added on. Buy a $40 gift card, and you get $20 added on. If you buy a $60 gift card, you get $30 added on. Or if you buy a $100 gift card, you get $50 added to that card. It's bonus bucks. Going on now, only at Sawyer's Fun Park on Quarry Road in Winterville.
When you don't have time to go to lunch, let Jimmy John's deliver lunch to you.
With Jimmy John's, we can get a freaky fresh sandwich to you freaky fast. Click to order at jimmyjohns.com. Dinner's great. It's one of your top 3 favorite meals. You just don't want to have to make it. Well, with Jimmy John's, you don't have to. Whether you live in a sandwich delivery zone or head into the store, you can always get a freaky fresh sandwich. Click to order at jimmyjohns.com.
Hey guys, 'tis the season to shop Shimmer Boutique. It is your one-stop shop for the whole family this holiday season. This is Ashley from Shimmer, and supporting local is important. That's why we have the widest range of local North Carolina clothing. Shimmer carries a great variety of men's, youth, women's clothing, and jewelry as well. Plus, we will always help you pick out your gifts and even gift wrap them for free. Let's make holiday shopping easy and fun with Shimmer Boutique, located on Greenville Boulevard behind Starbucks, in Winterville besides New River Pottery, and in Jacksonville.
This is Coach Blake Carroll, defense coordinator for East Carolina football, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Taking a look at your stock market report for today. The Dow was down 69 points and closed at 29,999. The NASDAQ was up 66 points, however, at 12,405, and the S&P was behind 4 at 3,668. That's your Wells Fargo Advisors financial report. For a personal look into investing, call Wells Fargo Advisors today at 756-6900 in Greenville. Wells Fargo Advisors, LLC, member SIPC. Now let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here's your host, Clip Brock.
Alrighty, welcome in Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live here on a Thursday. We've got a treasure chest winner to award later on this hour, so stick around for that. We got Troy D here riding out Hour 3 of the program as well.
Great to be back. Thank you for having me, Cliff.
Glad to have you back. You want to start with my story?
Yeah, because here's what happens. We'll get sidetracked.
Right.
And then the show will go on and we'll forget the story. So let's lead with the big story.
I mean, I don't think you have a lot of prepared material.
No, well, I asked you earlier. I said, what can I do to help? What is there? Would you like me to bring somebody on as a guest? You're like, what did you tell me?
Bring yourself.
Yes, I did.
And how did I put it? Your conversation, your voice,
your words.
Your words.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, mission accomplished.
And check. Yeah. You did them both. All I asked for, Troy, you did.
Okay, but I did check. I was willing to bring more, but this is in case something pops into my head.
All right, jot it down.
Right, while you're talking so I don't interrupt.
All right, Troy, you have said in the past, I believe, that you are a fan, you have seen the show, you are familiar with the show Below Deck.
Yes.
Would you say you're a fan of the show, or?
You know, I haven't watched it in a while. I think last year I went through a spurt where I watched about
a marathon or something.
Yeah, 12 episodes.
Yeah.
And then I kind of got burned out on it a little bit.
Right.
And I haven't watched it. I know where you're going with this because I've seen this on the on the news. And this is a good story. And here's what I saw the headline, but I didn't know how it tied into how he was on the show. But go ahead. I am a fan of Below Deck, and we should probably explain what that is for people that don't know.
I have still yet to see the program. According to this article, the show chronicles life aboard a luxurious chartered yacht.
Yeah.
And
so I've looked it up. So they have these luxury yachts, and it is these trips. I want to say it's it's $10,000 a day. It's something insane to rent. And then the people do it just for vacations all the time. They may spend $50,000 and rent this yacht and go to all these exotic locations. And you can have 10 to 12 people with you. But this is now this is a show that they pick and choose who they want on the boat. And then they do it as a reality show.
It is on Bravo.
Yeah.
And it is in the news right now because a D1 quarterback was featured on that show, Max Gilliam. Mm-hmm. He is the quarterback for UNLV.
This involves sushi, doesn't it?
He was on an episode that aired last month, Troy, called Max and Dax's Excellent Adventure.
Yeah, and nothing wrong with eating sushi, Clip. I don't think you should have to apologize for eating sushi, which I did see he issued an apology.
I don't know if he needs to apologize for anything personally, but I mean, you can decide after we tell the story.
Right.
He did apologize.
How he was eating the sushi that became the, for some folks, questionable.
Correct. He put out a statement.
Not for me, but some people. I'm not judging.
All right. Can I?
Yeah, sorry.
All
Go
right.
ahead. Yeah.
Here we go. So he put
This
out
is how one of these stories turns into another story.
He put out a statement Monday.
Have you ever done this, Clip?
saying that he apologized
For what? For what?
For what happened on the show.
What happened on the show, Clip?
He was eating sushi.
Eating sushi, as I said. Why is he apologizing?
He was eating the sushi off a nude model.
What?
Holy
ornament.
A nude model.
Well, time out. The picture I saw, they had fig leaves covering, the private areas. So it wasn't totally, it would be more of like a model and somewhat of a bikini.
Okay.
It wasn't completely nude. They were covered, and then obviously covered in sushi too. So I would not call that nude. I think that's a stretch.
He said in the statement, "I would like to apologize for my poor judgment while on the TV show Below Deck.
Is he not supposed to eat? And
acknowledge that I have made a mistake that I will learn from." This is
supposed
all.
to skip a meal?
This is so bogus. He says, while it was not my idea, of
course not,
nor any of my friends' ideas,
that's why they have producers
to eat sushi off a model, I should have exercised better judgment and declined the idea immediately when it was brought up by the producers.
Son of a nutcracker.
So you're right. The producer said, "Hey guys,
it's a reality show. This is what they do.
There's a nude model here. We
Yeah.
got sushi here. 2 and 2 together, and enjoy yourself."
Have you ever eaten sushi in that way?
I've never eaten anything off a body. How about yourself?
No comment, Clip.
All right. Let's hear this story.
As Mike
Holy ornaments.
Holy ornaments. As Mike Hamrick used to say, I can neither confirm nor deny those allegations.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah. I'm not.
Simon died.
Can you say what you have eaten off a body if you have or have not eaten something?
No, I'm not going. I'm not talking about this with you, Clip.
Okay. You sure seem like you wanted people to know.
No, I'm not. I'm not saying anything about this. I don't want to have to issue an apology. I'm not saying anything.
Coming up Friday.
I'm not against it, and I'm not saying you have to do it.
Friday, you'll see Troy's written statement on social media.
Me some glory hole.
Oh dear. He goes on to say.
Never mind. Let's get ready to ask you questions. Something counted as food, but
Troy said, "This is not a reflection of my character." Did I say Troy said?
Yeah. Hey, I haven't issued a statement. I'm clean.
Mac, I'm already seeing in the future.
It was just whipped cream, Clip.
Max Gilliam says, "This is not a reflection of my character or the way I was raised, nor a reflection of the culture of UNLV football." I think that's exactly what UNLV is, or at least
let me tell you something.
That's what it used to be.
If any team was going to do it, I would think a team in Las Vegas would be the team to eat sushi off of nude model.
The Running Rebels.
I mean, isn't that like a regular occurrence in the suites up at the Bellagio?
Did he need to apologize for this?
No, I don't think so.
Now let's think about it. If it was our quarterback, now,
well, you're here at UNLV. No,
we happen to know the quarterback personally and his dad, so that might change things a little bit.
Well, you're more in the Bible Belt here, so it's a little bit different too.
True,
UNLV.
Very true.
The standards here are a little more conservative, let's say.
Mm-hmm. I agree with that.
So it'd be a different situation. But no, I don't think he had to apologize. I want to know the episode. Like, I'd like to go watch that show. Like, which one was that?
I just got
they replay all these things all the time.
I just got a tweet because not a tweet, but
what are you eating? Speaking of food, what are you eating, Shirley? And was that eaten off Chandler?
Chandler, put your shirt on.
And no. I was eating an animal cookie, by the way.
All right. Now you're killing animals?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, I've been killing this bag of animal cookies. I just got a text from a friend of mine who is also a Below Deck fan. Said the very first episode ever aired, one of the charter guests had on an ECU shirt.
Really?
And he says they had it blurred, but you could tell it was an ECU shirt, and her accent was certainly an Eastern North Carolina accent.
Out of all the reality shows out there, I think that's the one that I would probably agree to be on. Like, it looks so much fun to go out on this ship and just awesome places with the right people. I think that would be a fun reality show to be on, is Below Deck. I think I'd sign up for that. The question is, who should we take with this, Clip? That could be an entertaining episode.
No current East Carolina athletes, just to
do we take like a whack pack from the like Pirate Radio, like folks like me, you, Shirley,
Wes.
I mean, you want to talk about a damn reality show?
Now that guy,
that would be freaking hilarious.
I've eaten pig's feet off my wife before.
Oh God!
off her feet.
Oh, no. Son of a nutcracker.
I mean, you want to take it a different angle, but keep it the below deck, keep the same staff, the same captain, but then you put us in there? Mm-hmm. Oh, it'd be hilarious.
Yeah. All right, sign us up.
Definitely get Wes on board because, I mean, this guy was crazy enough to drink duck sauce.
And maybe have like a few people there's always someone that helicopters in. Maybe like Bryce from Hollywood comes in for like one night just to shake things up, you know. It could be a fun episode.
I like that idea. Did you hear Bryce Williams yesterday, by the way? Any of that conversation?
I heard the tail end of his hunt report, which is more of a boating report, it sounded like.
Did you hear when we were talking about weird foods?
No, I missed that part.
Okay, like the weird, because he was talking about squirrel, like hunting squirrel. I was like, what do you do when you kill a squirrel? And he said if it's big enough, what are they called, Chandler? I can't remember now. If it's a hawk squirrel, I'll put them on the wall or whatever. But he says, no, he kills them and he eats them. And I was like,
he eats squirrel?
Yes.
God, that sounds gross.
And no, definitely. And I said, so how do you eat it? And he said, well,
one bite at a time, Clip. One bite at a time.
He said you can do it in a stew, or you can just cook it whole and pick at it. So now I'm imagining, yeah. So you open up
squirrel picking.
You open up your giant grill where you
how many picks could you get at a squirrel? 3?
You open it up and there's a little squirrel in there, and you're just picking at it. I thought it was the craziest thing ever.
That is disgusting.
I agree.
Man, for real.
So what is the
Every time I think Bryce can't be more country, he amazes me.
Oh yeah, that was country. What's the weirdest thing you've ever eaten?
Man, wow, that's a good question.
You're pretty. I don't want to typecast you. I would say you're a plain
conservative. I would say when it comes to food choices. I haven't done. I don't know if there's anything I would consider crazy. Yeah, because like I'm not doing frog legs. I'm not doing anything brains. I'm not doing the stuff like. I mean, sushi's about as crazy as I get. You know?
No Rocky Mountain oysters.
I mean, I've eaten oysters, but what do you mean Rocky Mountain oysters?
You don't know what a Rocky Mountain oyster is?
Chandler's giving me the don't ask symbol. Holy ornament!
I don't think you've had one, Troy.
All right, I'm going to say no.
Trust me, if you've eaten one, you know exactly what you ate.
Okay.
As Bryce said yesterday, I ain't never eaten no balls. No, what did he say? Bull ball?
He said I would have known if I would have ate some bull balls.
Some bull balls.
I saw that on an episode of Fear Factor.
Fear Factor. Yeah,
they used to eat a lot of gross stuff. Like, yeah. What about you?
No, I was thinking of it yesterday. Nothing really. Like, I think I've had like deer meat before. Yeah, that's like the only off the beaten path thing I can think of.
Yeah, I try not to go too far. Swerve too far either.
Yeah,
way.
I'm pretty plain.
Yeah.
Myself.
It's not my cup of tea.
All right. Well, there's my below deck story, Troy.
Man, that good story.
Yeah. Cool. Neat story.
I will have to look for that episode for real.
Troy, you brought up something during the break, and I don't not to get personal, but you had a good question. How many people have you had a poster of in your room, and you went on to become friends with that person? Because that actually happened to you, right?
Yeah. I was just before I had. I haven't heard from him in a while, but Robert Jones, who I would say probably the
former greatest
linebacker ever to play
Super Bowl
ECU
champion.
Football. Yeah, I mean at ECU, I think that's pretty. As far as a linebacker goes, he's number one in my book anyway. But when I was in school, that's why he sent me a text about something. Yeah. And I was joking about, a 19-year-old Troy D would be giddy that he just got a text from Robert Jones. Oh, yeah. Now I'm like, why is he bothering me? I'm on the air. Like, he gets so, edgy in your old age. You know what I'm talking about? But
and you've been friends with him now, it's not. So it's the star factor is gone. He's just a dude.
He's just right. But I was like, I thought when I said 19-year-old Troy D, living in Ringgold Towers, I was like, that guy had or probably 20 years old, whatever, had a poster of ECU football on the wall with Robert Jones as the star of the poster.
Yeah.
And I remember taking that poster as a young college student to the elbow room because I think it was, I don't know if he signed it there or somewhere else, but somewhere I had Robert, when I was a college student, sign that poster for me. And he personalized it to Troy Robert Jones, number 44. And that hung in my apartment for my entire college career. And I was just thinking, I was like, wow, but how many times in life do you have like a poster of something? Like a young Troy D would have idolized a guy like that.
Yeah.
and now like we're just buddies. It's weird.
I would say it's pretty rare to have a poster of somebody and then
because it would be like if
buddies.
A young teenage boy like growing up might have a swimsuit. Like remember Bo Derek for you older listeners, but she was the first that made posters mainstream. Guys that grew up in the 70s might have a Bo Derek poster where that was when they were a kid. Well, that would be like then you becoming friends with Bo Derek and like she's just being one of your buddies.
I'm friends with Bo Bats.
Which is a poor man's version, very poor man's version of Bo Derek.
And I do have a Bo Bats poster on my wall, actually.
But I was thinking about that. How many, think about all the posters you used to have as a kid.
Yeah.
Back when they were a big deal. A lot of them with us would be sports posters.
I had Ryan Kleska.
I was going to say, you probably had the Braves one. Remember the ones that they were all the same and they'd have the number and the name written the same way in the block lettering? But you could get your favorite players.
Yeah.
Like I had... who else? I probably had some. I had the Bears, obviously. It'd be like if I'm friends with Jim McMahon now. I had a Jim McMahon poster.
I would say that's a pretty unique thing, though, to be buddies with somebody you idolize.
It just popped into my head. I was like, wow, I forgot about that. I did used to have I still have that poster from Robert Jones. I should break that out one of these days.
That has happened to me before, actually. I had a Troy D poster back when you used to be on a TV show with some dude. I used to watch you when I was younger. And I was a big Troy D fan, and now we're buddies.
That is true.
It worked out for me.
Yeah.
So there you go.
I don't know if it was a poster. It might have been more of a photograph.
I took a Polaroid of the TV and put it on my wall.
We're not buddies, but Robert Jones texting you is like Zay Jones texting me. I mean, and me and my dad have always talked about it. We thought it was cool that he went to school with Robert Jones, who ended up being one of the greats here at ECU, and then I went to school with Zay Jones, who also ended up being one of the greats here at ECU.
Yeah. And we saw Jeff Blake earlier today. He was doing a piece. We put that up on our social media with the Bengals. They were doing a thing because they play. They got.
You said they played the Cowboys, I guess. Yeah.
So they were reminiscing some of the greatest Cincinnati Bengal moments, and they did an interview with Jeff Blake.
And what did you say about Jeff Blake?
First, I was like, "Who is that old guy?" I was like, "Oh my god!" Like he just let his beard grow out, and it's white.
I got the Tony Collins beard.
I can't talk because I'm.
No, but I mean, he looks 20 years older than I would have pictured him as with the beard. If he shaved, he'd look 20 years younger.
Yeah, he does have the Tony look. Tony looks younger for his age, unless he has that beard, the Santa beard growing out,
and it's getting longer.
Yeah. Jeff Blake, and this was brought up on Sunday Night Football, where they talked about the best moonball, deep ball throwers of all time.
Honestly, probably threw the prettiest long ball I've ever seen.
Yeah.
That guy was incredible, the talent he had.
And I was, oh boy, we got Bo Bats texting me. I don't know what that's about. Hey, look, the guy who I have a poster of is texting me, Troy.
How about that?
It full circle.
Did you call me Bo Derek? My phone was ringing.
Jeff Blake. So in college, I guess he was a dual threat. Was he more of a scrambler than a thrower, or was he both?
Well,
what do you remember?
Jeff Blake really blossomed his senior year. That was the year, the 91 season was where he had a good, decent year that junior year, but you could see the potential. But it was that next season when he was a senior, it was just incredible. I think he was both. He was so dangerous with his feet. He won the Syracuse game with like that 56-yard scramble, that he had.
And then the Pitt game, which everybody talks about, wasn't that him on a touchdown and a 2-point conversion?
Yes, so he was. I would consider him back, and there weren't a lot of dual threat quarterbacks back then. I mean, back in the early 90s, it really wasn't a thing that much. So he could do both. He could throw it deep, and he could gash you big time up the middle.
Now in the NFL, what I remember is him throwing deep balls to Carl Pickens and Darnay Scott from the Bengals, just throwing it out of the screen. You couldn't even see the ball. I think that I don't know how much of a scrambler he was in the NFL. I remember him as a bomb thrower in the NFL.
We brought him back, gosh, it's been a few years now, but we honored him at our party for the Pirate Radio kickoff party, football kickoff party. And that was a lot of fun having him back as our guest. He brought us a game-worn jersey. We actually have it framed in our Hall of Fame here at Pirate Radio that he signed. And that was a lot of fun being able to spend another guy who, I just thought the world of in college that really put ECU football on the map back in the 90s. Just hanging out with us the whole weekend. It was great. So that was a fun weekend. And hopefully, Clip, we can do that again sometime.
Chandler last night said, man, I hope we have a Pirate Radio party this year. I won't be an intern. And I'll say, Chandler, you'll still have to handle the T-shirts.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Now you're working here. So,
we're going to need you to
drink limit, and we need you at the table, buddy.
Sorry. All right. Tell you what, Troy, you know what? You bring in the energy. You want to do the honors? This is your baby.
Well, are we going to open it or are we going to read it first?
We're going to open it.
All right. Well, let's not waste any time. Nicely done. The 2020 Pirate Radio Holiday Treasure Chest is back open for business, Clip Rock.
All right, here we go.
We're going to do caller 12 right now, Shirley. 317-1250. We're going back to caller 12. 317-1250. Your time to shine is now. Have you been on the sidelines? Have you said, man, I wish I could win, but I haven't had a chance to call in, or I've called in and it's been busy? Well, now's your chance to make up for it. Now's your chance to do it. Somebody's got to win. But you know what? Clip Brock, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Now's your time to take a shot at it. Now's your chance to have a chance. 317-1250. You can't win if you don't play. It's free to play if you're 21 or over and you haven't won already. Phone lines are open right now, 317-1250. We'll come back. We'll tell you what's left in the chest, and we'll get our winner when we return next.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Tom Brown from Brown & Wood Cadillac. We've been serving the Pirate Nation in Eastern North Carolina for 83 years. We have 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 showrooms, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer.
Merry Christmas from the Brown & Wood family. They have amazing deals going on in December, like the Cadillac Escalade has savings over $17,000 off. And as always, Brown & Wood is the home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
We're located on Greenville Boulevard next to the Convention Center, or shop us online at brownandwoodauto.com.
In studio with Dr. Shondell Jones today from Kinetic Physical Therapy. Dr. Jones, you guys offer more than physical therapy.
Oh, yes, absolutely. We have more than therapy services, and, we have a lot, but a lot of people don't know that we offer personal training and even health coaching services. We have personal trainers that will actually come right to your home, do a personalized workout plan with you, and our health coaches will help you meet goals and solve problems for those health challenges you wanted to solve but just haven't had a chance to get to yet. Hey, to learn about our packages and deals, you can go right to our website at kptonline.com.
While other folks come and go, Greenville Pool & Supply has been your local pool store in Greenville and Eastern North Carolina for over 40 years. Are you finding yourself spending more time at home than ever before? If so, turn your backyard into a vacation destination. Greenville Pool has pools for any size backyard. Choose from the very popular fiberglass, classic vinyl, or custom concrete. If you order your pool now, it could be in by this spring. If you're ready for a pool, contact the pros at Greenville Pool & Supply.
The best place in Greenville to unwind and have fun is AJ McMurphy's. AJ's is open every day with great food and great drink specials. During the week, stop by for open mic, music on the patio, or sports trivia with me, Clip Rock. The weekends are made for football. Watch every game in college on Saturday, and every Sunday is Fun Day with the NFL ticket. Follow AJ's on Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat to see their features menu and weekly lineup. AJ McMurphy's, Turnberry Square at Bells Fork, and online at ajmcmurphys.com.
My whole business just went up in flames, but my agent was there before the fire was out. We started a plan. I've got 25 employees who could be out of a job if we didn't get this place running again. My independent agent and auto owner's insurance, they made sure we didn't skip a beat. I mean, we didn't miss a single payroll. That's incredible.
For whatever lies ahead, we're always there.
This is Brian Smith with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates!
This holiday season, remember Jersey Mike's for all your catering needs. Whether it's a private party or you're just feeding the office, Jersey Mike's can take care of it all with 5 convenient locations serving the Greenville area. Jersey Mike's also has online ordering, contactless pickup, delivery, and in-store takeout. Subs, salads, wraps, and all items are sliced fresh all day, every day. Take a break and enjoy Jersey Mike's. Everybody likes Jersey Mike's. Open 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily.
Temperatures are in the low 30s at 10 a.m., increasing sharply to 75 degrees by 1 p.m., and then dropping into the teens by 10 p.m. So before you go to work, put on some gloves, pack some shorts, and a parka. That should cover you for the day.
Your heating and cooling is taking a beating. Guarantee your family's comfort all fall and winter with a new Train system. It's hard to stop a train. For a limited time, get a new Train system with 0% financing for 60 months. Go to DelcorInc.com for more information. Delcor, the service professionals. See your independent Train dealer for details. Call 1-888-534-6898 for details.
BMS Builders is your premier custom builder in eastern North Carolina. With Blackwood and Mills Creek in Greenville, Dalton's Cove in Farmville, and Belmar and Ayden, these are just a few of the developments featuring BMS Builders homes. They can build the home of your dreams. Just ask Dr. Dennis Ross in Greenville or East Carolina football coach Mike Houston. They built their homes, and they can build yours as well. BMS Builders. Give them a call at 916-1578 for BMS Builders.
Pirate Radio.
The
voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Are you in outside sales and looking for an opportunity to increase your earning potential? Well, Copy Pro has been in Eastern North Carolina for over 45 years and continues to grow each year, and they are in need of more sales professionals with a desire to potentially make a six-figure income. Do you have what it takes? Visit copypro.net today to submit your resume and to learn more. Now let's head back into the show. Here is your host, Clip Brock.
Alrighty, Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live here on a Thursday. Clip Brock, Troy D here. And we opened up the Pirate Radio treasure chest for the second time today, Troy, and we have our winner on the line.
Yeah, welcome back. I wanted to say, how awesome was it earlier this week that of all people, Redbeard, who is a longtime Pirate Radio listener and supporter, who I met at our tailgate for the first time, Clip Rock, won the beer pong tailgating.
Very on brand.
I mean, it's like you couldn't write a better script for this.
Yeah.
Just out of luck. But who do we have today? Let's go to the Fixed NC Live line. Who is our lucky winner?
He has won in the past. I don't know about the treasure chest, but on Pirate Radio prizes, but I've not heard the name Clee Smith in a while. But Clee is our winner. How you doing, man?
Doing well. How are you guys?
Doing great. Clee, you're a veteran at this, right? Have you won in the treasure chest before?
Yeah, this is my third time winning treasure chest.
Three-time champion.
Wow.
We had a first-timer earlier, Troy D. and Russ, and Clee now for the third time.
Clee, do you remember what you won before?
Yeah, I won a beer package about 3 or 4 years ago where I got a cooler and a case of beer a month for a year.
All right.
And the one before that was like a $100 gift card to Wasabi 88 or something.
Yeah.
That was a lot of years ago.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Did you eat your sushi off a plate? Well, I don't know if you were tuned in earlier.
That's a reoccurring joke for this show.
Yeah, no comment. That's what Troy said, right? No
good call. There you go. Don't implicate yourself. You don't have to issue an apology tomorrow. Clee, for folks that don't know you, tell us a little bit about yourself.
I graduated ECU in 93, criminal justice major. I knew Robert Jones as well, Troy. Took criminal justice classes with him. Lived in Ringgold Towers as well.
Oh, wow.
Didn't have a poster, though. Yeah, I was there for a year.
What floor?
I was on, oh, Lord, where was I? 7, 8, something like that.
Cool. I was on 7 for a number of years and then on the first floor for 1 year. But I digress. Go ahead. Back to you, Clee.
Anyway, yeah, graduated in 93 and now worked some for law enforcement and corrections for a lot of years, and then I'm owning my own business now over in Wilson.
All right. What are you doing in Wilson?
I own a mini storage complex.
Good business to be in, Clee.
It is.
Yeah. If we were smarter, we would have done Pirate Mini Storage instead of Pirate Radio.
Especially with guys like Troy. How many of those do you have across the state, Troy?
What's that?
Storage buildings?
Across the state or just Greenville alone? I support the local economy with some storage units.
You got a lot of stuff.
Let me just say that. I do support the local guys and probably have more storage units than I like to admit. A lot of memorabilia, Clee.
Oh, yeah, keeps us in business.
Yeah, no doubt. You love guys like me.
Keep collecting.
And I never go visit it. All I do is just pay a monthly fee. I'm like your dream customer.
Pretty much, yeah. That's how I make a living.
Yeah. All right. What do we want to go down? What's left?
Yeah, we did it last hour, but Troy wasn't here, so it didn't count. So we can do it again. All right, you want to do this? You go one, I go one?
Yeah. I'll just start with, we still have 12 large pizzas from Domino's of Greenville available.
We have a 1 free year VIP subscription to Hoist the Colors.
A tailgate party for 10 folks from Parker's Barbecue.
A $100 gift card from Familia.
A $50 gift card to the Pirates Cove Car Wash, plus a $50 gift card to the Haviland Express Lube.
$100 gift card from Chico's.
$100 gift card to the Warrior Zone.
$100 gift card to Greenville Pool.
$100 gift card to AJ McMurphy's.
A $100 gift card to the Team Store from the Down East Wood Ducks.
$100 gift card from the Shine Factory.
A $250 gift card to Bostic Sugg Furniture.
$100 gift card to Atavola Market Cafe.
And a $100 gift card to Bowen Cleaners.
Any of those things would be great.
Yes, sir.
Clee, that's what's available. What do you think? What do you like?
It'd be great. I'm good with anything. I'm not going to be picky.
All right, Shirley, let's open the chest. Give us the number, and we'll announce Clee's prize. Shirley has the magic pirate mug. You've struggled with this, by the way, getting your fingers in the mug.
I'm telling you, this mug is not meant for hands.
All right, you do have. Did you ever find out why there was a 30?
I was about to bring that up.
Did I ever find out?
Yeah, did you ask Ellerby about
last time I was on the show, you pulled out a number 30, and this only goes to 28.
Golly. No, we went back and forth. He says that I need to have some sort of accountability because I knew there were 28 prizes. I told him, you knew there were 28 prizes. Why did you print out 30? We went back and forth. It's kind of at a draw at this point.
Sounds like a lot of finger pointing.
Yeah, let's bring this back up Monday at the meeting, Troy. I want to be, yeah.
Usually it's, I screwed up, or no, I'll fix it, or hey, it sounds like I like this.
Finger pointing going on.
Look.
It's a little he said, she said going on there at Clip Rock.
All I was told was, when I was handed the sheet, cut them up,
Shirley,
and throw them in the cup.
I'm siding with you, so don't worry about it.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I see Shirley more than Ellerby, so I'm on Shirley's side.
We're all on Team Shirley.
All right, what number we got, Shirley?
27.
27. That is on here, and you're getting Clee Smith. You're the proud new owner of a $100 gift card to Bowen Cleaners.
Sweet.
Congratulations, Clee. Thank you for your continued support.
No problem. I listen all the time.
We greatly appreciate it.
Thanks, Clee.
Hope you have a great Christmas and a wonderful holiday.
Y'all too.
Clee will be staying clean. Hey, Clean Smith, more like it. Am I right?
Wow.
Hey, am I right, guys?
You're a pro.
$100 gift card to Bowen Cleaner. So, Troy D, we will continue to open up the Pirate Radio treasure chest throughout the month of December.
This just made me think of something, Clean. You were talking about how sometimes you got a story just makes you think of something.
Mm-hmm.
So I was having a story. This kind of came up earlier this week. I'll go ahead and tell you. It was me. Somehow, I don't know how we got on this topic, but it was me, Ellerby, and Bram from Tiebreakers.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why. I really don't know how this got started, but the topic got brought up of towel. We were talking about cleaning and how often do you clean your towels? Like you shower, and after you shower, you have a towel that you dry off with, and then what do? You hang it back up, right?
And you're saying like.
So the question was posed to. I don't know if Ellerby brought up how often do you wash your towels?
Right. How many showers do you take with the same towel before you wash it?
Right. Which So before I answer it, I'll ask you: how often do you wash your towels before you?
I'll probably use the same one 2, sometimes even 3 times. But usually, I would say like 2 times, and then I would get a new towel.
All right. So I had 2 answers to this because I thought about it. I said, if I'm in a hotel, I'll use the towel once, and then it's like once I use the towel in a hotel, it's radioactive. I'm never touching. It's filthy.
100%.
It's dirty. It's on the ground. I'm never touching it again. I only use towels once in a hotel.
Absolutely.
I would never think of reusing a towel in a hotel. It's wouldn't even cross my mind. I'd call the front desk. I need new towels.
Exactly.
It's not even dirty, but no, I touched it. I need a new towel.
Totally with you there.
At home, a little bit different. So me and Bram were kind of on the same. Well, at least once a week, and his point was, look, after you shower, you're clean. why is your towel so dirty? You're already clean when you're using it. I thought that was a good point.
Sure.
So I said probably about once a week.
But there is something nice about a fresh towel, though.
Ellerby said I think he does his like every day.
Yeah, I'm not every day.
I was like, every day? You're running your place like a hotel. That's incredible. Like, every day? Like, that's a little much for me.
I could see Ellerby doing that. And I'm a little shocked at your answer, Troy, because you are a clean person.
Yeah, but I'm not, like, if the towel's dirty, it's one thing. But I kind of side with Bram. Like, I'm not making it filthy. Like, I'm just drying off. And
True.
And here's the difference is, I'm probably sharing too much at this point. I use 2 towels. So, like, I have a towel that I dry off on, and then I have a towel, like I use 2, like, I'm not a 1 towel guy, I'm a 2 towel guy.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about? Like, I'll wrap myself with the towel, and then, so I'll rotate those 2 towels around.
Starting to get mental images here.
And then I have 2 other towels hanging. So I'll probably go through 4 towels a week. Does that make sense? Like, I'll have 2 that I use for each shower. And then halfway through the week, I may rotate the other 2 clean ones in.
Yeah, I've lost interest in this conversation.
So technically, holy ornament, it's 4 towels.
But that is an interesting discussion.
Yeah, but I'm definitely a 2 towel guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, people know what I'm talking about. It's kind of like do you sleep with 1 pillow or do you have multiple pillows?
I'm a 2 pillow.
I want to
I'm a 2 pillow
apologize.
person.
I want to apologize in advance to our listeners who will probably have nightmares tonight.
Son of a nutcracker.
So I don't know what. Oh, it was the Bowen cleaners made me think of that, because I said if you really get tired, and then we were talking about sheets and how often you change sheets, and it just went down a what do you call it, a wormhole that way.
Yeah.
But I said sometimes if you wash your sheets and you have a fitted sheet, you know how hard it is to fold a fitted sheet by yourself.
It is virtually impossible.
Yeah. So I have taken my sheets. I've stripped all the beds, taken it to Bowen Cleaners to do wash, dry, fold, just so I didn't have to fold the sheets. And they do a great job of washing it. So I don't have wear and tear on my washer, and I don't have to fold the fitted sheets. And then Jonathan would be like, well, why don't you just strip the bed, wash the sheets, and then put it back on? I was like, I never thought about that.
Time out. You don't want to put wear and tear on your washer. You just said you go through about 4 towels a week, and you send your sheets to Bowen Cleaners. What exactly is your washer doing?
No, I just said one time I didn't feel like folding the sheets.
Okay.
So I was just, and it's a great service Bowen Cleaners offers, wash, dry, fold. So I did that just to not have to fold the sheets.
I just drive 4 blocks down the street and hand it to my mom and let her do it.
Shirley, you're a grown woman whose mom is still doing your laundry.
No. I do my own laundry. I do all my own laundry. I don't my mom, see, this is where my mom got me, because she made me start doing my own laundry probably when I started, I think it was like high school. Because, back in the day before, because obviously nowadays everybody's wearing uniforms to school. But when we were going to school, you wore whatever you wanted to wear. So fashion was an important part of your high school experience. And my mom would, because she was trying to tell me, hey, you need to start doing your own laundry. And I was like, yeah, whatever, I'll do it or whatever. She started washing all of my clothes in extremely hot water.
So they shrunk.
Not only did they shrink, but I had colors bleeding. I had all sorts of
issues.
My fashion sense took a nosedive in high school, and to the point where I finally just looked at my mom and said, please, whatever you do, don't touch my laundry. I'll wash my own clothes.
All right.
And so that was her way of kind of forcing me into washing my own clothes.
Probably, yeah.
Now I do my own laundry. Now, but I'm like you. I cannot fold a fitted sheet. I basically just roll it up in a ball and kind of stick it in a cubby hole.
Yeah.
So if I really want it folded, my mom lives 4 blocks away from me, so I just drive to my mom's house and say, hey, can you fold this for me? I mean, look, it's not like she's doing anything else.
Can I give you mine and she could fold mine and you can bring it back the next day?
I mean, I'm pretty sure she could.
Does she offer same-day service?
Yeah, she could offer same-day service, but it might come with a couple of obscene gestures in the process.
Would she like to wash Troy's second towel?
There may be some comments.
Are you a 1 towel guy, Cliff?
I mean, I dry off.
I will tell you.
And put my drawers on.
All right. This is a true story, too. One of the best gifts I've ever got. Now I'm so hooked on it, I can't, function. When I don't have them like this, it's like a problem. I got a gift one time, as a towel warmer rack. So you plug it in the wall, the towels sit on the warmer. So every time I pull the towels off the rack, they're warm. So now, like, I'm so used to that when I travel, and I'm not, obviously the rack stays at your house. It's, in your bathroom.
Where's my warmer?
And I use a regular towel. I'm like, this is terrible. I'm like, how do people live like this?
This room temperature towel.
So the best gift I ever got was a heated towel rack.
There must be something to that. I knew someone who was
Love
whose
it. That's why I have two.
When her husband would take a shower, she would throw towels in the dryer
It's like a warm hug, surely, when you're like done.
No, I ain't got time for that.
Warm hug.
No, don't knock it until you try it. Well, try it and get back to me and tell me that you don't like it. It's not going to happen. You're going to be like, now I've got to have warm towels every time I get out of the shower. Or bath, whatever you choose to do.
I'm just one of those types of people that, I'm a get in, do what you got to do, and get out kind of person. I don't think about whether or not my towel is warm or not.
That's why I don't think about it either. It just sits there like a towel rack, and it heats it automatically.
But what I'm saying is that it's not going to make or break, my shower or drying off experience if it's warm or not. I just want to make sure it's dry.
Yeah,
that's all I care about.
Well, once you go warm, you never go back.
I mean, I don't want a damp towel, so that's kind of where I'm going with that.
Yeah. Well, I know what to get you for Christmas one day when I make it big.
You're very
warm towel racks for all you people.
Yeah.
Clip you too, buddy.
All right, I'll join that lifestyle.
Yeah, when I make it on Below Deck and we get a reality show deal, that'll be my bonus for you guys.
All right, looking forward to that day. All right, let's get our final timeout in. We'll come back and talk about God knows what when we return on Pirate Radio Live on a Thursday. Having fun here in the Pirate Radio studios. We're back with you after this.
Emporium presents a very beer Christmas.
'Tis the season to be drinking, fa la 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 la. Jingle beers, jingle all the way. Rocking around the Christmas beer, have a happy holiday.
Give the gift of beer this holiday season. Emporium is offering a special 12 Beers of Christmas box, perfect for any craft beer lover on your list. And the Emporium gift card is always a winner. Christmas cheer awaits you today at Emporium on Dickinson Avenue and on Facebook and Instagram.
UBE and PirateWare.com have everything to fill Santa's sleigh this Christmas. Officially licensed ECU gifts and apparel, polos, outerwear, and sweats from Champion, Columbia, and Cutter & Buck. Visit the Crow's Nest for the largest selection of ECU children's apparel in the world. Be sure to follow UBE PirateWare.com on all social media platforms to stay informed on sales, events, and giveaways. UBE and PirateWare.com, making your Christmas jolly and bright for over 50 years.
Ahoy, mateys! To keep those cars clean, you need the Pirates Cove Fast Pass.
The new Pirates Cove Car Wash and Haviland Express Lube on Glen Burnie Road in New Bern is now open. Pirates Cove in New Bern is offering Fast Passes for $9.99 for new Fast Pass customers. You can visit us in Greenville on Fire Tower Road, Memorial Drive, and on East 10th Street. And have you heard? Pirates Cove on Fire Tower Road is now offering interior cleaning.
So we have you surrounded. Pirates Cove, the official car wash partner of ECU Athletics.
Sorry, buddy, we're closed. Ho, ho, ho! Holy ornaments, it's Santa!
Son of a nutcracker, it's Saint Nick.
Kris Kringle, what it do?
Are you guys closed?
Yeah, dude, but you are Santa.
Right now, I just want to grab some brews. Rudolph loves ciders, but Donner and Blitzen are huge IPA guys. Prancer's down with stouts and porters, and Common just likes a good lager.
Santa, we got all of that.
Nice, load it up. We got to roll.
Dude, Santa, it's Christmas Eve. You're not going to have a beer with us?
Man, I got to drive.
Santa, the reindeer drive the sleigh.
And I drive the reindeer. Jack Brown's, 805 Dickinson Avenue, Greenville.
If you are push mowing your yard using an inefficient lawn tractor, or your current zero-turn spends more time in the shop than mowing your grass, it's time you look at a Hustler zero-turn lawnmower. Residential mowers from Hustler are built like tanks and drive like sports cars. All Hustler mowers have fabricated, welded steel decks. Don't settle on cheap units with flimsy stamped decks from big box stores. Come see Ron Ayers Motorsports. It will guide you to the right mower for your property and your budget. Find us at Ron Ayers Motorsports, Highway 11, north of the airport in Greenville.
East Coast Grading and Utilities is your source for clearing, hauling dirt, and concrete work. East Coast Grading and Utilities handles all sewer and water issues as well.
I'm David Bone. Whether putting in a new subdivision or helping you with any and all of your drainage problems, I can get the job done. Call me at 531-7494.
No job is too big or too small. East Coast Grading and Utilities. Friends helping friends. 531-7494 for East Coast Grading and Utilities.
Get your sports weekend started at Familia. Every Thursday, Familia has $2 drafts all day. Stop by with your friends and family for some New York-style pizza and have an ice-cold $2 draft. Sunday brunch is the best for food and family. Come and enjoy favorites like shrimp and grits, made-to-order omelets, French toast, and drink specials like $3 mimosas, beer mimosas, or $5 Bloody Marys. Familia, Fire Tower Road near Pitt Community College, and FamiliaNC.com.
Your CBD store in Greenville has the highest quality CBD products in the country. Your CBD store is the first and only brand that carries USDA certified organic products such as gummies, honey sticks, and high absorption water soluble liquids, which are all made in the United States. They even offer products for your pet. The educated staff will help you answer any questions, and you can stop in anytime to get a free sample. Your CBD store, locally owned and operated, open Monday through Saturday 10 to 6, right beside Duck Donuts in Greenville.
This is Coach Steve Shankweiler, offensive line coach for East Carolina University football, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Brown & Wood is your home of the best selection of GMC, Cadillac, Buick, and Mazda in Eastern North Carolina for over 83 years. Shop their entire inventory online at brownandwoodauto.com or visit them on Greenville Boulevard. Now let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here's your host, Clip Rock.
All right, 'tis the season for giving. We're doing it each and every day here on Pirate Radio Live, opening up the treasure chest. And Troy, the thrill of victory, the agony of defeat. Chad Moore listens every day and had a pretty positive attitude. He said, well, I failed again. Time to lick my wounds and come back tomorrow. So
yeah, we still got a lot of stuff left, Chad. So don't give up, and don't ever give up. And your chance to win could be tomorrow.
Well, on that note, Troy, when we then found out Clee had won 3 times, he said, this MFer has won 3 times and I've never won. So he quickly went negative on it. But Chad, wake up tomorrow, try again.
I almost said that. I knew someone was out there listening that's been dialing for like 18 years and has never won. And this guy won 3 times. And there's been a lot of multiple winners, but it's just the luck of the draw.
Could be your year, Chad. We shall see coming up on Friday if you could be a winner.
Saw this clip about bowl games. You know, this is one of the things that was worrying me about this year with the bowl games. I think you're going to see a lot of these mid to low level bowls kind of fade by the wayside this year because Brett McMurphy reporting with bowl games now reduced to just another road game without any bowl activities, expect more teams to decline bowl bids. Boston College will be the first of many to opt out, he says. Someone commented, this guy had a comment, he said, and how much of a reward is it to go somewhere, spend 2 days in a hotel, not be able to go out and see anything in the city you were in? You may get a few practices in, play a game, and go home. That's not a bowl experience. That's some random game at a neutral site. So, and then you've got to stay COVID-free for another month.
Yep. You got to do the testing, all that.
And so it's not these bowl games, with the exception, obviously, of the playoffs. It's more of a hassle for a lot of these teams. Yep. And from what I understand, Boston College, the players are the ones that opted out. They took a vote, and the administration supported them on it. But
and haven't we talked in the past how it costs money to go to a bowl for some schools? Or am I wrong about
you could lose money on it? Yeah, especially this year. I bet you could.
Right,
you could easily lose money going to a bowl. So I don't know if it's a guarantee that you would. You know, it is such a weird deal because most of the bowls probably aren't going to have fans there.
Well, I mentioned earlier, Alabama and Dabo and Ohio State, Notre Dame, like they still have their eye on the prize, the college football playoff. Outside of that, Troy, how many of these players, coaches, schools in general are just trying to get to the finish line?
Correct.
And finish this thing out,
Yeah. I'd say just about all of them at this point.
I agree. I mean, what are you playing for at this point? And you get your year back. It's not like you're missing out on your final game or anything.
Right.
So
yeah.
I think you're right. You know, what's the over-under on bowls we see this year? I mean, is it going to be in the double digits? Right now, we've already lost 13 or 14, I think, and you've got a team for the first time opting out.
And you know how it is, it's monkey see, monkey do a lot of times in business. And once somebody does something, another person does the same thing. And now that Boston College has done that, that'll give the idea, you can opt out of these things. Let's do the same.
Yeah.
And in this,
a lot of times nobody wants to be the first, but after the first does it,
and
it's easy to
look. This is the year of opting out of things.
Yeah.
So I think you're going to see other teams end up opting out, and some of these bowls are going to struggle. Maybe just finding teams potentially clip.
Yeah.
So
to fill spots, who knows? Maybe ECU gets a call down the line.
I think at this point it's probably a done deal because they've sent everybody home,
right,
to try and get everybody back. It's not a real possibility. But I hear what you're saying, But
you wonder how long that list is of teams to call before they just say, you know what, we're scrapping this bowl.
Yeah,
I don't know. Pirates have a 2-point lead at halftime. Troy D over North Florida. Entertaining first half, a lot of scoring.
Speaking of COVID, ECU basketball has, knock on wood, never lost a game in the COVID era.
That is the stat you keep going back to, and so far it is absolutely true.
Put it up there again tonight.
Absolutely.
I'm going to the well again if they do it again.
Stay tuned to Pirate Radio. Sam Jones not only is a great chef, but a great storyteller.
Oh, yeah.
And he and Ellerby can be heard coming up on the Pirate Radio podcast. Also, Troy, I mean, there's an NFL game tonight. Like, they play every night of the week.
I know, I forgot.
It's like confusing what night it is. What week is it of the NFL?
Oh.
There is a game tonight on Pirate Radio, Patriots and Rams. Should be a pretty good game.
I totally forgot about that.
Yeah. So there's something you can check out tonight.
Yeah, I'll do that. What channel is it on?
1250, 930, and 92.7. I think it's also on Fox, maybe.
Okay.
On TV, I believe.
I'll check it out.
All right, Troy, enjoyed it, man.
Good seeing you. I'll be back with you Monday.
Once again, we come in with no prepared material. And we're actually going to get out on time. Chandler and I said,
Clip, don't give away our secrets.
You guys have nothing to talk about, and you're definitely going to run over time. Not today, Chandler.
We did it.
We did it. We got out on time.
Don't doubt us.
For Shirley Rhodes, Chandler Honeycutt, Troy D, I'm Clip Brock. We'll see you Friday, 3 o'clock on Pirate Radio Live.
Thanks for listening to Pirate Radio Live.